gon' talk about it. Let's talk about it. Get in here, we in here tonight. So get in here, we in here to vibe.
Hey, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Dang, that was quick. I went and grabbed a bottle of water, came back. My timer was already off. How's everything doing? How's everybody? How's everybody doing? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Thumbs up this video if you guys can hear me. Oh, okay. I see it. We can hear you. Hey, y'all. What y'all been doing today? What's been going on? She said, I'm off tomorrow. Yay. Tisha's off tomorrow, girl. Enjoy your day. We got a full weekend as well. We got relatives coming. Y'all know my daughter is on the way in about another week. She'll be home from her first semester of college. Well, not college, but I know she already got 2 degrees, but y'all know what I'm talking about. She's on her way home from her first semester in her nursing program. So anyway, hey, Levette girl. Hey, y'all hit that thumbs up button. We got several things to talk about, so I ain't even really want to name it because we're going to touch on a few things. I know I was supposed to come back last night, but I got on the phone running my mouth, so I didn't get to come back. So sorry, guys. Sorry. I'll make it up to y'all. Y'all know I will. Thank you, Carolina girl, for being the first super chat thrower. Appreciate you so much, baby. I like it when I come in here and y'all now already started the party, baby. Stop playing. Thank you, Reese Cup. She said, hey, my fave, let's go. I may fall asleep during this live because 4 a.m. come quick. Hey, y'all, in my Amore's voice. Hey, y'all. Hey, Reese Cup, I can't wait to see you again, love. Yes. Hey, Kia Marie, Amore, I miss you at work today. I didn't have you to get me through my shift. Oh, tomorrow. Thank you, baby, for throwing that super chat. Appreciate you guys. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button for your girl, please, and thank you. Listen, I want to talk about a few things. First, I want to start it off. I was like, oh, God, do I want to revisit this again? So I'm going to ask y'all, do y'all want me to revisit one more time for the dust bunnies always in the back? Or even if you guys don't understand, I did find something that I did not see yesterday or the day before yesterday, but I found it today that I was like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. So do y'all want me? I'm not going to go over the whole thing. This is about Briana's and Robert's temporary consent agreement, a mutual agreement, or whatever you want to call it. Do y'all want me to point out what I found? This last little thing that I just found that may clarify a little bit more to people, because I still have people that don't quite understand what's going on. And I did see something that may clear up the confusion. Do y'all care to hear that? I know a couple of people was like, Amore, no, don't beat a dead horse. And I'm like, okay, I don't, but I just found out some stuff myself. All right, so I'm seeing you guys say yes. All right, so I found this out, and I'm going to take out their names, because you know how that go, girl. You know how people will be tripping if their names are shown. So let me just do that right quick. I'm just going to take this and just put something over their names right quick. Let me do that. And then I'm going to pull it up and let y'all see. Now, I don't know how I missed this the first time, but to be honest with you, the first time I wasn't even reading it straight off the document because I just wanted the meat and the potatoes. I didn't want to have to go through this whole thing, but not going through the whole thing actually caused me to miss some things. And this is actually a very important thing that I missed, or that I didn't point out. So I covered that up. And this is just their names that I covered up. All right. So because people are a little confused. All right. So now that I have that covered, all right. So let's pull it up right quick. And I think this will make more sense to you guys than before. So let me share this. All right. So here we go, you guys. So the child support. So I went through the entire order, right? The entire order. Now, I don't know if y'all seen my community post that I made earlier when I said that, that, you know, I don't know what I said. I said something to the effect that they think it's still the first order that they're going off of. But amendment means that once an order is amended, then the order prior to that is null and voided. Okay, so I said they're out here telling these courtroom fairy tales again. In real life, once a First Amendment motion is filed, the old one gets benched. That's Law 101, not YouTube law. The original paperwork that Robert filed is null and void. Hence the word amendment. Okay, so I saw that there were YouTubers that were looking up the definition of several words. They looked up temporarily, right? They looked up what does the word temporarily mean. They looked up what consent mean, and they looked up what I think mutual agreement mean or something like that. But what they failed to look up was an amendment, okay? So once something is amended, then that takes precedence, okay? Which means the old original document that Robert and Briana uploaded is null and void, okay? So once their lawyers came into play, their lawyers filed amendments. That supersedes what the two individuals filed when they were just pro se, okay? So they basically, once their lawyer was listed as attorney on this case, everything prior to that is null and void. Okay. And I think that's what people are not understanding. However, what I'm going to show you now, because I heard some YouTubers trying to say that everything else is reserved for a final hearing. I went through the entire document, and you guys can do the same. This is public knowledge. Okay. I went through the entire document. The only part of the entire document that said reserves was child support. And I'm going to point it out to you, okay? So if you go down each one of the sections, the items or complaints, the only thing that listed anything reserved until further court was the child support, okay? Hold on, where's my ruler? Why is it white? Hold on, let me turn it red. No, I don't want that. I want my ruler. What the heck is this? All right, let me get a ruler. Trying to make my ruler. Well, that don't make any sense. Oh, I don't know what that is. All right. So y'all see this yellow ruler? Let me turn it around. Y'all see that, right? So this is the child support. It says petitioner, which is the father, Robert, paid to respondent, Briana, for the support of minor child on temporary basis. On temporary basis, $953.00 per month, payable in 2 equal installments of $476.50 on the 1st and the 15th of each month. The parties shall abide by the final order and settlement agreement entered in April 2024 in the civil action file, blah, 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 as it relates to splitting the cost of uninsured health expenses, health insurance coverage, and extracurricular expenses incurred for the minor child. Listen to this, because this is very important. This issue of arrears shall be reserved. This is where the reserve comes in at. Until further order of the court. So the arrears is the only thing that is pending. That's the reserve. That's the reserve that, everything else has been settled. Everything else has been mutually agreed upon. And again, the First Amendment order that was filed by his attorney takes precedence over anything else that he's previously filed, which means there's no custody whatsoever being even spoke about in court as we speak. Okay. Now, again, I said yesterday that if that's something that's going to come up, it's going to come up later, but it is not an issue right now. Okay. It is not in his order, is what I'm trying to tell you. This order, now I heard, I'm just going to call names. I ain't got time to be trying to not call names. I heard LOUDTalkerz say that the order that that the lawyer just did with Robert is not the real order. She said it's just a summary. She is incorrect. Okay. And I got proof of that. Okay. I called an attorney. I did. Y'all know I don't mind calling. Listen, she is incorrect. It is not just a summary. It's the only thing that matters right now. The document that she continues to go over to her audience is null and void. It's not even in place anymore. So everything that he previously wrote means absolutely nothing. What his attorney did, and I believe that he was smart to do this, he looked over everything that Robert submitted and he said, let me write this up to reinstate what's already written in a divorce decree. Okay. So it was nothing more but a reinstatement or reaffirm or reinstate what's already written. Okay. And they added a little bit more, like a makeup day, and they did lower the child support and whatnot. However, the lowering of the child support, that is what's reserved. Well, the issue of arrears shall be reserved until further order of the court, which means I heard LOUDTalkerz say that the daddy issue will be talked about at the final hearing. No, it will not. Now, let me explain why. If it would be talked about at the final hearing, right, it would say this issue shall be reserved until the further order of the court, just like this one does. Y'all see? You see where I pointed out? Let me get my ruler. Let me get a hold of this ruler again. You see how I pointed out that this is black and white. That's what we have to go off of, black and white. You see where it says, this issue of arrears shall be reserved until the further order of the court. If the if the grandfather's issue was still reserved, meaning that they're going to talk about it later, it would outline it here and says, this issue shall be reserved until further order of the court. The only item in this entire document that is reserved until the further order of the court fell under child support. That's it. All the other items, they came to a mutual agreement, meaning instead of allowing the judge to make a decision on, they made a decision on, and the judge is going to go by their decision. Okay? Now, in family court like that, the judge want the family members to work it out. The judge really don't like stepping in and making the decision for the family, the parents. So they allow you, they say, listen, you guys gonna work this out or you want me to work it out? Which one? So if they attempted to work it out and everything that's outlined in here, it was signed by both of them, which means that this wasn't just a Robert thing or a Briana thing. It was a Briana and Robert agreement. They agreed to this. They agreed to take care of it themselves. Okay? And the only thing that wasn't agreed upon that is reserved until further order of the court is the arrears. That's the only issue. The arrears. Everything else was agreed and signed upon. The reason why the order is considered temporary, because the arrears is not final. It is reserved until further order of the court. So again, no dig against LOUDTalkerz, but she is giving out false information. She is going off the first order that Robert submitted. And like I was getting ready to say, I'm almost sure the lawyer, looked at what Robert, does with the assistance of ChatGPT. And y'all know I don't have no problem with ChatGPT because I would have done the same thing. But Robert's paperwork that was ChatGPT assisted, it laid out a lot of information. And what his lawyer did is wrote up what he could argue in court. Okay. So the fact that all the fluff that Robert put in to the original order, the reason why that was left out, because I'm sure the lawyer told him, listen, you're going to be going down a rabbit hole trying to get custody. It's literally going to be a waste of your money. You can't out of one breath say that you don't have no money, you're not making no money, or your money is decreased and this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. And then in another breath, say that you want custody. And the reason he wanted custody was simply because of, oh, she left the child with her dad. That's not, now let me say this. If she would have left the child with her dad, grandfather, and something happened, if she did, I don't even know if that's even true. Because in his paperwork, guess what his proof was? Oh, Momo told me. That's not even proof. Do you understand what I'm saying? Momo said she was left alone. That's not even proof. Because alone means the other kids was nowhere around. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's not even, so I don't even know if that happened. So I'm sure the lawyer told him that you wanting custody for just this is not going to work. You're going to spend a lot of money and you're going to waste your time, And I read a comment that one of his supporters was like, well, I think he should get custody because she doesn't comb his hair. Well, unfortunately, that's just now not how things work. Okay? Just because they feel that she doesn't comb Momo hair is not going to find her unfit. Okay? So with that being said, again, this is what we left off. That this right here did talk about the reserve. The issue of the arrears shall be reserved until further order of the court. So that is the only thing that said that, which leads me to believe that's the only thing that wasn't agreed upon, and that is the arrears. So, and this is, listen, I at this point, I'm done with it after this until more court orders come out. LOUDTalkerz can spin the narrative to her people all she wants. That has nothing to do with me. But what I will say, when and I know, I did listen to a little bit of what she was saying, and I know that she's subbing me because she was like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right. And that's fine. I don't have nothing against her, but she is incorrect. Absolutely incorrect. One, because I saw her put up the original order and she went through the entire order, which was a waste of time because that order is null and void. And she said that she's worked in the court system before. If she did, she can call any attorney, and I mean any attorney, and ask them, and they will tell her. The fact that, and let me show you right quick. Okay, hold on one second. Let me get it. And I know one of you guys, I can't remember which one it was, and I don't want to call y'all out. Y'all was like, Amore, when you come live, can you already have your stuff up? Yeah, I'm getting there, okay? I ain't gonna always have it up, but I'm gonna get better. Just hold your horses. All right. So let me pull this up right quick. The fact that the document says this. How far do I want to go up? Good Lord. Hold on. Let me retract their names again because I definitely don't want no problems. that again. Because I got to get the most important part up here. Where is it at? Let me see it. Oh, here it goes. All right, let me make it bigger. I'm just covering up their names. We already know who we talking about. All right, did I get their names? Okay, yeah, I did. All right. So let me show you this. The fact that this right here, and you guys can look it up too. Don't just take my word, okay? The fact that this right here says first amended motion for contempt, okay? First amended, which means that order that Robert submitted, it has been amended. It is null and void. This takes precedence. It was amended. First amended motion for contempt. Come now, the petitioner, Robert, by and through his undersigned attorney, and files this, his first amended motion for contempt for an order holding the respondent in willful contempt of court for violation of the final judgment of the divorce entered by the court, blah, 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 blah. And it's in support, therefore, thereof, respectfully shows the court the following. So this, I heard LOUDTalkerz say, that's just a summary. That's not it. That ain't what we going off of. We going off of the original order that he filed just so neatly. That has nothing to do with nothing anymore. It is null and void. I promise y'all that. It has nothing to do with nothing. Once an attorney steps on board and amend the motion, then everything else that was filed, I'm talking about everything, it's done. It's gone. It's poof, poof. To even put it up on your panel and discuss it as if it's ongoing is just wrong on every level. And I just think that for the person, LOUDTalkerz, that's doing that, she should at least contact an attorney or either look it up. Just look it up herself and say, does an amended order take precedence of an order that was uploaded by a petitioner that was pro se? Once he hired this attorney took over. But the attorney took over and did his job. He's being paid for something. So what he did, he amended what Robert already submitted, and he put it in legal terms. Okay? So I saw her look up several words, but she did not look up amended. She called it a summary. This is just a summary. It's not a summary. This is the only thing that counts. So all that he's filing for custody, and it's going to be a long trial, and I promise y'all, and I bet you money. And no, what she should have said, they do have another court date, but it's to take care of child support. I mean, child support arrears. Hence why it actually spells it out and says, this issue of arrears shall be reserved until further order of the court. So yes, they will be going back to court, but to speak solely on the arrears. Now, will they get in there and maybe he might ask another question or something? Yes, but so far what we see, the only thing that they did not agree to was child support arrears. Everything else they mutually agreed upon. So I heard her say, oh, they don't know what they're talking about, or, they got their opinion and I got mine, but I'm telling you, I'm willing to bet money on it. I'm not going to bet her money. But what I will say is they're going back to court to talk about the arrears. The arrears is just not going to just disappear. That's not how life works. You don't get to skip multiple payments of child support and they just poof into thin air. So, and I'm not sure why the issue of arrears is still pending. I'm assuming it's because they couldn't agree on the amount, or maybe they need to, I don't know. Maybe, he has to show proof of why he could not pay or something. I'm not sure. But that's the only thing that states in every section. And if LOUDTalkerz or anybody, if they go by each individual section in the first amended order, not one section, not even talking about the being around Walter battle, that doesn't even say this issue is reserved until further order of court. The only part that says this issue is reserved until the further order of the court is under child support. It's under child support. So I don't really care what she tell her people. I'm assuming that the reason why she's doing this because she wants them to have hope, maintain some type of false hope of Robert receiving custody, because this is what she's telling people, that a custody case takes time. She is incorrect. She is feeding her people incorrect information. And if it was me, I wouldn't want to do that. I would feel some type of way knowing that I am leading you guys on to eventually have to tell y'all or make up some other excuse out my ass why it didn't happen the way I told y'all it was going to happen. She have them thinking that Robert is fighting a custody battle. Now, will he go back to court tomorrow and say, hey, not the court, but to his attorney and say, hey, is there any way that you can put custody in there? And the attorney going to say, yeah, I can. Give me some more money. Hand over some more money, because a custody case costs, baby. Give me some more money. I can do that. Give me some more money. But I'm assuming that his attorney advised him, let's go here and start paying child support, get in compliance first, right? And then if she continues to violate, and I'm not saying she's violating, I'm just thinking like the attorney, right? Let's start here, because you have nothing. You don't have merits to ask for child support, right? You don't have merits, and you are in non-compliance. So get in compliance, and then if she still violates this reinforcement order, then let's talk about child custody. I'm sure his attorney told him that. I'm sure his attorney advised him of that. If he's a good attorney. If he's a good attorney, I'm sure he said, before we take this step, we got to deal with these arrears. It's not a good look for you. It's not a good look for you to ask for custody when you owe thousands of dollars in arrears. Let's get you in compliance. And not me trying to tell my son business, but I remember one time he did tell me, Ma, I want to try to take custody from, one of his baby mamas. And this was years ago. And I said, are you up to date on your child support? Well, I said, well, you might as well just not even think of it. Cause for what? Well, because she be late at the pickup spot. Well, and you ain't in compliance yourself. Now, again, this was a long time ago. But I'm not even no lawyer. I told my son that it's going to look goofy as hell for you going in there and wanting custody because she be late for pickup, right? Late meeting you. You're going to look goofy when you ain't even in compliance. So, and this is what this looks like. I'm sure his attorney told him that. You're going to look goofy asking for custody when you're not even in compliance. And you got to think about it. He's asking for custody for something that he can't even prove. I could be wrong, but I don't think that they will take his word over something without proof. He said in his original document, which now is null and void, that his proof that his child was left with Walter Battle was because she said it. And at the time, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't she 4? I mean, no, 5. 5 years old. So now, just him saying it. Not she told a counselor, she told a school, she told the judge. He said she said it. And you know, a 5-year-old can be twisted into saying things. What I mean by that is, if you ask a 5-year-old, did you eat those chicken nuggets? They'd be like, no, I didn't eat it. Come on now, tell me, did you eat the chicken nuggets? Yes, I ate it. Why'd you eat the chicken nuggets? I didn't eat it. You just said you ate it, but I didn't. You ate them chicken nuggets. Okay, I ate them. Like, they could be easily manipulated into, you know what I mean? A 5-year-old mind goes all over the place. Sometimes they may say what they think you want to hear. Were you left home by yourself with your grandpa? Yes. You was all by yourself? No, Lauren was upstairs. But you just said you was by yourself. Yeah, we was watching TV. But was anybody else in the house? No. But Josh was in his room. Like, you understand what I'm trying to say? So his only evidence was Momo said it. Huh? And I would just have to say this. Where was the other kids when Momo was left at home with her grandfather by herself? That don't even sound right, right? Do you really think that Briana would take all her kids somewhere and only leave Momo with the grandfather? And I'm not saying that to, like, you know, saying, oh, he can't watch his child, his grandchild, this, that, and the other, but she has multiple children. I would assume if one of her kids is left somewhere, the other kids is going to be right there, right? Okay, so by saying that, his only, because I hear Lupac saying, he got evidence, he got evidence, he got evidence. His own words is not evidence. Let me tell you what that means. His own words is his side against her side. You know what that means? That means hearsay. That's hearsay. If you cannot prove it beyond he said it versus what you said, that's not facts. That's not proof. Honestly, it's not proof. It's you saying this, she's saying that. So if Briana came forth and said, no, she's never been left home unsupervised, and he said, yes, she was, Momo told me, that is not facts, you guys. That's absolutely not facts. You know what I mean? It's just not. And the same with the 8.9 million page, which his attorney failed to ask the court to do anything about that. When we read the order yesterday, we were told that the only thing that matters is whereto the petitioner prays to the court. The attorney left anything mentioning of the 8.9 million page off. Why? Because there was no facts. There was no evidence. Do you think the attorney would have left it off if there were evidence? He left it off. You can go through the order yourself. There is not on there. Where it actually states out at the bottom, whereto the petitioner prays, wherefore petitioner prays for the following relief. It was not on there. And the reason why it wasn't on there, because there was no facts. There was no receipts saying that I called Facebook and Facebook told me it was my ex. There's no letter from Facebook. There's no recording from Facebook. There's no email from Facebook. That's not facts. And to hear them say, oh, he had proof because he say he called. Well, if you call, where's the recording? There was no facts. And this lawyer is not a dummy. The reason why it was left off, because Robert gave his lawyer no receipts, no facts. And therefore, that petitioner prays the following relief. It was not there. It was only given as a backstory. Story time ain't shit to the court. It's just story time. That's not you. So that's just what you saying happened. Where's your receipts? Where's your evidence? Where's your facts? Story times don't move no mountains. Okay. That's just you talking. Oh, she did this, she did that, and she did this, and she was the cause of that, and she was the cause. Okay, all right, next. So what you want me to do? So the reason why it was left off, because it wasn't no merits to it. So with that being said, they agreed to a temporary order to reinforce what was already written in the divorce decree. The only thing that's in the reserves is the arrears. Okay. That was it. And I think I saw something in here that they had, if I'm not mistaken, on the social media part, they had so many hours to, let me see. I think they had so many hours to do something. I think it was either make a statement or clean up their page or something to that effect or whatever. And if that's not done by the time they go back to court, I'm sure that may be, decided upon. But as far as right now, when I hear LOUDTalkerz and others say that there's going to be this final date or final judgment or whatever, she's incorrect. She's like, hold on, y'all. Hold on now. I mean, don't think that he did all of this just to agree to the terms that was already set forth. Yeah, he did. He did. But he did it smartly. Because how are you really going to try to hold somebody in contempt when you do the same shit? Right? You do the same shit. Now, one thing I do applaud Briana for, Briana wasn't petty. Briana didn't put that petty shit, because Briana could have very well put petty things in her order as well. She didn't even do it. But what I do like that whoever wrote up this document, what I like that they did, instead of it looking like Robert had a problem with Briana and them saying, Briana, you need to straighten up and do this, and this, it actually outlined that both of them need to abide by it. So it looks like the lawyer, or the judge, I'm going to say the lawyer that wrote this up, this temporary order, said this doesn't just cover Briana. So it doesn't look like Briana was just in violation. It looks like it reiterated this to both of them. Like, no, this is a reminder that both of y'all need to do this. No, this is a reminder that both of y'all need to do this. No, this is a reminder that both of y'all should be doing this. So it covered both of them. Now, again, the only thing that says reserves on it is the arrears. All right. So if they go back to court, it will be dealing with the arrears. All right, you guys, that's all I have on that one. Any questions for that one? She said, Bree, he like, wait, I wasn't ready. While he out here yelled the world, he has never missed a child support payment. Exactly, because that he did say a lot. I take care of my child. I take care of financial. And that's what he does. That's what he does a lot. He comes out here and says that he's in compliance, that he always, he take care. I take care of my responsibility. I do this. I do that. I do this. Like, it's, in my opinion, it's just lies. He's just been out here lying. I do this. Oh, nobody have to tell me this. I take care of my child financially, emotionally. But, he can turn around and say it was a skit. He can turn around and be like, oh, I just said that because I was just basically saying it was a skit. I know I'm late on child support, but I'm going to just do a skit and say that I'm on time. You know what I mean? So anyway, so that's a skit. It was a skit that he told people that he was out here and he was in compliance when he knew all along that he was not in compliance. Okay. But that's just like also, telling people that, or implying that, you know, his hair fell out and that you know, he got an implant or whatever. But that ain't, you know, I don't give a damn about that. So anyway, let's go into the next thing that we want to talk about. Have y'all listened to the story that just hit yesterday of this guy right here? I'm going to put it up. He goes by the name of T-Mulu Watson. Did anybody see that out of Chicago? He was literally sitting there doing a Facebook live stream, and he was unalived. He was literally popped while sitting live on live stream. Did anybody see that? I'm going to put it up because I'm not going to play the entire thing, but I do want to play some of it. All right. So let me just explain what happened for those that may not understand. This guy was literally sitting in his car in Chicago, the west side of Chicago, on live stream with his Facebook friends. Okay. When two people, I want to say two or three, but I know two, walked up, literally ordered him out the vehicle and popped, right? Y'all see this chain around his neck, right? It says Thug, T-H, wait a minute, I'm sorry, Tug, T-U, I don't know what it says, but anyway, but it's one of these gold chains. Now, when I play this video, you're going to see that he's literally just sitting there, right? But in his sunglasses, you're going to see a car that looks suspicious. Now, I don't know if you'll be able to see it very, very good because it's kind of far off. But in his shades, you will see a white car, and you will see that that car is moving funny because it's there, then it disappears, then it comes back. You understand what I'm saying? But literally, a guy or two or three walked up on him, literally ordered him out the car. She said, I was in his live. He's my best friend. Are you serious? Oh, he's my Facebook friend. You was in his live when it happened? Oh my God. Oh, wow. Damn, I didn't know you was his Facebook friend. So she said, no, not about his chain. It wasn't about his chain. So some people are saying they think it was a setup from his cousin because his cousin literally appeared out of nowhere, okay, and walked up to his car. Now, if his cousin did this, it's just crazy. But I was going to tell this story from the angle of you need to be aware of your surroundings at all time. And just going live these days in a public space, not your own home or, you know, somewhere safe, you need to be careful because a lot of this is going on. They are unaliving people for just being on live. And if you're on live just chilling, you're engaged with your audience and you're not being careful of your surroundings, then something like this can happen. So I want to play a little bit of the video, and I'm going to play it from the beginning because I kind of want you to look at his shades to see, you know, like a white vehicle. And also location matters. Absolutely. Location matters. People like to park their cars in front of gas stations, sometime in the park, sometimes all over just to go live for that moment. He was there for at least 15 minutes. He was there talking at least 15 minutes and somebody was scoping him out. Okay. Fee says, they thirsty in the streets of Chicago, hating and jealous. And they could have very well been jealous of him. He's sitting there in a white BMW and he's on live. He has a thick chain that says TUGG around his neck. He looks like he has designer glasses on. You know what I mean? Fee says sitting in the car is no good in Chicago. I don't think sitting in the car for a long period of time and parked anywhere is a good idea. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? I really don't think it's a good idea. So just take a listen to some of the video. It's not gross or anything, so don't think it's disgusting. There ain't no blood or anything, but you will hear the pops, okay? And I'll let you know when that's going to come. I'm not going to play the whole thing. I want to start off just in the beginning, just so you can see through his glasses. I'm going to pause it so you can see the white vehicle. And obviously they were checking him out. That's why you can't stay nowhere for no long time. Go where you going, get where you going, do what you got to do and leave. Just leave. Don't be hanging out in places, just sitting in your car and just being on live. If you're going to the grocery store, go to the grocery store, get what the hell you got to get and leave. These people out here thirsty. Somebody is watching you even when you don't think so. You don't have 15 eyes around your head and you by yourself. Somebody want, what you have. And it's an unfortunate thing that we can't work hard to go out and buy things and enjoy it without somebody else wanting it. Somebody, believe it or not, each and every one of you right now have something that somebody wants. You may not think so. You probably like, I ain't got shit. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And it may not even be material things, but somebody wants something of yours and they watching you and they waiting for that opportunity to go in there and get it. All right. So let's listen. Let's look at his glasses in the beginning. Okay. Okay. Oh, wait, don't show it right there. Hold on. I'm going to try to stop it when it shows the car in his glasses. Oh, damn, it just did. Hold on. He's moving so fast. It just showed it, but I'm going to get back to it. I'm going to get back to it. It's going to play more than once. Now, Fee, I know you from Chicago. Is this in front of a gas station or is it in front of a store or something? Can you let me know? Well, let me just read you what the law enforcement says, and then we'll come back to the video. It says, according to information, Kevin Tug Watson has been unalive while sitting in his BMW. Chicago police are investigating a deadly shooting that was captured on Facebook Live this evening out west. Okay, it says CPD, Chicago Police Department, responded to a call of a person that was popped on Madison and Leclerc. When they arrived, they found a 42-year-old man with a GSW to his chest. What is GSW? I don't know what that is. He was rushed to Sinal Hospital where he was pronounced gone. The offenders were heard on the video saying, man, take his shit before a pop went off. Yesterday, a 26-year-old male was popped and unalived a couple of feet away. So the day prior, a 26-year-old man was popped in the same location. In the same location. Okay? You said a GSW is a, oh, okay, got you. A pop shot wound. Okay, got you. So a pop wound to the chest. Okay? The day prior, a 26-year-old was popped just feet away. Okay, Fee said, yep, just right across the street. So right across the street from the same location, a 26-year-old lost his life just the day prior. Okay, this happened in the 5,000 block of West Madison, Austin neighborhood, west side of Chicago. All right. So now let's go ahead and play this video. Okay. God dang, I can't keep. I'm trying to catch it. He's so fast. Hold on. Damn it. Come on. I'm trying to get the white car. Hold on.
About the situation in Mike. Yeah, I was a little drunk, but I'm serious.
So you can barely see it, but there's a white car in front of him. Do you guys see that? Like, you may not see it because you're like far away, but if you go to this video, if you zoom in, you will see this white car in front of him. Now he moves a little fast, but this white car is in front of him, and this white car is going to move and then come back and swoop in front of him, and people are going to get out, okay? Now, my thing is, these people are in the car watching him, and it's more than one person, okay? It's either 2 or 3, but they're watching him, and he doesn't even know it, okay? She said, what's his Facebook? His Facebook page is, hold on, is T-Mew. Hold on one second. I'll just drop it for you guys. And the video has garnered over 2 million views. Hold on. Let me put up his Facebook page. He only have like 3 hold on, Watson. He only have like 3,000 followers. This is his page right here, you guys. And the video is on his page. Still on his page. She said, did he DIE? Yes, he's gone. He gone to glory. He already gone to glory. Okay. All right. So I just dropped his Facebook page in there. So now let's look. You see the white car. You see this white car. You can barely see it, but if you go close to the video, you will be able to see it. Okay.
I don't know if something was heard wrong or whatever. First of all, I didn't pay to get in there. I never said I got paid in there. You listen to my line. The next most important part is
okay, damn. Let me just go back to this white car. That's all I'm really trying to say. I'm not even really studying what he's trying to say. He was arguing with black promoters. He was arguing about black promoters on his live. But the white car was checking him out. I just feel like he could have went somewhere else to do this rant.
When you got somebody, so when you got parts in front of your shit, and you want to reserve them, because I'm coming to support you to spend my money anyway.
I'm gonna turn the volume down because what he's saying is not the important thing. It's, God damn it, I cannot make this. I want to show y'all the white car. Okay, right there. So now the white car is taking off. You see that? The white car has starting to move. And what it's going to do is going to swing around and come in front of him, and they're going to get out and tell him to get out. But they moved, and I think they surrounded him, and then they came back and came in front of him, okay? So you see the white car just move. But now look at the video. The video is already in 7 minutes. So they sat there and studied this man for 7 minutes. You got to be more careful of your surroundings, okay? You got to be more careful of your surroundings. He got this big old chain on, and they going to say, take his shit, take his shit. Nobody should lose their life over no damn car or no damn jury, okay? Or nothing, right? But you see the car takes off, all right? So now, boom, the car right there. You see the car in his glasses. And I do believe he's watching the car, but he's not thinking straight. He's not thinking, oh shit, they watching me. They after me, right? That doesn't even register to him, okay? Now the car is gone. He continued to talk. The car is going to come back, and he's going to notice it. And I'm assuming the car just repositioned themselves, right? They probably was watching him from the front. They probably like, let's go behind, like on the side of it to see if he got anybody in the back or see what's going on, right? And then the car is going to come back and pull in front of him. And the next thing you know, they're going to pop out so fast at him and hold a GUN to his window and tell him to unlock it or to open the door. So I'm going to fast forward just a little bit because, again, it happens. He's still talking. Now around here. All right, now pay attention to this. Now I'm unmuted.
Move the car so they can get the space. We will move our car. Whatever car needs to get the space, let us get the park. So now oh no, we can't do that. No, you just got to find someone to park. Who the fuck is you talking to?
Now, oh shit, I thought I just saw the car. Hold on.
Like, who the fuck is you talking to for real? Even talking like that. Like,
Now, and it looks like it is broad daylight, and it looks like he may have even seen the car pass him again.
And that's what make a motherfucker be want to get into it with y'all, because y'all ain't got no respect.
Boom. Hold on. Let's go back a little bit. You see how quick these people popped up on him? They popped up on him so fast. So fast. Out of nowhere. How can somebody get this close to you? How can somebody get this close to you? You know?
That's what make a motherfucker be want to get into it with y'all, because y'all ain't got no respect.
See, the guy came up walking up with his GUN out. You understand what I'm saying? He saw the car. He saw it, but he continued to talk.
Like, who the fuck is you talking to for real? Even talking like that. Like, that be the shit. And that's what make a motherfucker be want to get into it with y'all.
See, he sees something, but they popped up so fast.
Y'all ain't got no.
He see the people coming.
Hey, what's up, bro? What's up? Hell no.
And they pull him out his car. You know, they pulled him out of his car. He's filming. He's on Facebook, FaceTime. And they pull him out his car. So it doesn't matter how big you are, because this wasn't no little dude. He wasn't fat or anything, but he wasn't no little dude. But it don't matter. If they want you, they gonna get you. They literally pull him out his car. And that wasn't enough to just take his jewelry or steal his car. No, they wanted his life too. This is crazy to me. Okay?
Y'all ain't got no respect. What's up, bro? What's up? Hell no.
One pop. Yep, they blocked him in. One pop. He couldn't do nothing. And his car wasn't even locked. They were literally able to open the door. Watch it again. Now, I don't know who sits with their car unlocked. It might be a man thing, because I know as women, we don't sit there with our car unlocked, do we? We lock our car. It don't matter if it's day or night, right? Because I do. I lock my car. But they were able to open his door and snatch him out of there.
That's what make a motherfucker be want to get into it with y'all, because y'all ain't got no respect. What's up, bro?
So when you hear that dong, they just opened his door. They literally just opened his door.
Who the fuck is you talking to? You feel me? Like, who the fuck is you talking to for real? Even talking like that. Like, that be the shit. And that's what make a motherfucker be want to get into it with y'all, because y'all ain't got no respect. What's up, bro? What's up? Hell no.
And that's no regard for life. No regard for life. They literally took him out and said, take his shit. Now, and you want to know the sad part about it? Now, I don't know this person 100%, right? But let's just say if the jury wasn't even real, because y'all know people do that too, right? She said, from what I heard, they took his necklace, but dropped it while running. So he lost his life for nothing. But the thing, okay, that may be very much true, Demetrius, but guess what? And I'm not trying to say this guy wear fake jewelry or whatever the case may be, but let's just say it wasn't even real. Let's just say, let's get a closer picture of him, right? This is him sitting in his car. Let's move this comment. Was this worth taking somebody's life? Was it? That? And then they took off running. They didn't even take his BMW. How much would they get for something like this? It can't be that much, right? They literally did this and popped this dude for that. They did. They popped this dude for his jury.
Yeah, even talking like that. Like, that be the shit. And that's what make a motherfucker be want to get into it with y'all, because y'all ain't got no respect. What's up, bro? What's up? Hell no.
And then I don't know if they said, give me your chain. And he said, hell no. But he said hell no for something. Either they said, get out or give me your chain. And he says, hell no. Now, I'm also going to say this. Now, I'm not trying to, my condolence goes out to this young man's family. He's 42 years old, lost his life way too young, right? But I'm going to tell you this. She said, no, they robbed him for weed and money. Okay, I hear what you're saying, weed and money. But this is not me saying that this is his fault. Let's get that out in the open right now. This is not me saying this is his fault, because I do not believe it's his fault. However, if you got somebody pointing a pow at you and they ask you for something, like, I don't give a damn if it's your chain, your shoes, your clothes, your goddamn going keys, give it to them. It's not worth your life. He says, hell no, when someone is pointing a pow at him. Because is it worth it? I would have been like, let me take it off. Do you want me to give you the certified certificate to it? Do you understand what I'm saying? It wasn't worth it. When he said, hell no, I'm not sure if he said that because he was on live and he didn't want to seem like he was bowing down to someone. Because as you can see, when he said hell no, right before he said hell no, he looked at the Facebook screen. Listen.
What's up? Hell no.
It happened so fast, but he looked at the screen. Go back.
Y'all ain't got no respect. What's up, bro? What's up? Hell no.
So he looked so fast at it and said, hell no. So he actually like, no, hell no. So the guy asked for something. He said, no. He said, you know more, when something costs you work, it's hard to say, yeah, take it. But if somebody got a pop to your head, it don't matter how much it costs, because whatever it is not worth you losing your life. These guys walked up on him with a pow already out. He saw that. That is hence why he put his arms up in the air. That was a defensive thing. When he put his arms up in the air, let's show it again.
Who the fuck is you talking?
He already saw the pow.
For real, he been talking like that. Like that be the shit, and that's what make a motherfucker be wanting to get into it with y'all, because y'all ain't got no respect.
When he initially put his hand up, he already saw the pow. He saw the pow already. So if somebody walk up to you with a pow and they just want your chain, give it to them. It's not worth your life. It's not worth your life. But this is crazy. The fact that he lost his life over something like this. He sat in the car way too long, up to 11 minutes before they even snuck up on him. You have to know, watch your surroundings, go live, but don't stay in a place like that. You know what I mean? Move around. But if they say, give me your chain, hell no is not the answer. It's hold on, here you go, bro, and give it to him. But they were able to open his car, and I believe that if they wasn't able to open his car, I think that they probably would have popped him while sitting in his car. But they said that this brother goes live a lot, okay? And he does. He goes live. He tell people his location, and he flash money online. Now, again, I'm not blaming him for anything, but they were saying that it could have been a setup, and if it was a setup, it's because people know that he made money. He on his own social media page, right? Let's go to that right quick. On his own social media page, it shows him. He owned a home, or whether he owned it or rented it, but it was a nice home. Okay, so this is his Facebook page. It's Timula Watson. This is the video that has garnered over 2 million views right now. 2 million people have watched this video, right? But he going live here just the day prior. Okay, same nice chain on or whatever, just a glycerin. Then he goes down. I think this right here is just taken, or he just did a video of some guy. But as you continue, he goes live here, and he tells his location some of the times that when he's live. He tells his location. Okay, he goes live from stores, things of that nature. I think he said this is fake money. When having a roll of fake money gets caught, he got fake money, right? A lot of people like playing with this fake money online, right? This one, he's coming out of a store, showing his location. I'm just saying you got to be careful when doing so. This is him. So he's not a big guy as in heavy set, but he's a pretty good big guy to be, ordered out of his car or snatched out of his car. But I wanted to show you guys something. He has a son, and his son, he has him holding a wad of money. Here's another thing. He going live, or maybe he took a picture on that one. Hold on. Live again, sitting out, going live. You got to be careful when you outside. People are like, oh, I'm outside. I'm outside. They go live a lot outside and not being aware of their surroundings. Here you go, walking at night, that gold chain around his neck. Okay, now I don't know these neighborhoods like this or whatever. It says in the comments right here, she called you a crackhead. What do you think about that? Okay, so he just said her ass tweaking, finna tweak with her. Something, don't do drugs, y'all. Okay, so he's out walking with this big ass chain around his neck. Okay, but I wanted to show you a thing of his, I want to say his son, but he is holding a wad of money. Here he go again, live. Here he go with a big ass bag of weed. So Fee said that he was pop because of his weed and his chain. So maybe he was known to have this much weed. Now, I don't know how much that's worth. Is it a lot? I don't know. But he's taking pictures of it, okay? All right. Again, live, out in the public. Now, he may have just be from the street. You know what I'm saying? He might be somebody that just hang out in the streets. He goes live a lot. But there's one that he went live in his house. And he looks like he has a fairly nice house. It don't look like, let's just go to his photos. It does not look like he was hurting on no money. Let me show you right quick. Where it looked like he was in his house, because he mentioned something about being in his house. He showed his cars and stuff. His son right here got wads of money, but he's saying happy birthday or whatever, But where's the one? I think this is his house right here, and he shows he got keys in his hand, but he also sits in his house right here. And he's saying how grateful he is or whatever, to be in a situation he's in. So what I'm saying is, I don't know if this was just a random robbery or was it a setup, because people may have been jealous for the type of lifestyle he lives. You understand what I'm saying? She said he's a family man. So people could have known that. It could have been a setup. Or it could have just been a random robbery. But this man lost his life over a chain around his neck. Now, Fee said it was his chain and weed. And when she said weed, that makes me think that they had to know that he sold weed, which means that, in my opinion, it had to be more of a setup. It's a sad story, but guess what? This is not just limited to him. This has been happening a lot lately, and not just in Chicago, in other cities as well. People can just be on live, vibing with their supporters, and the next thing you know, somebody is walking up on them and popping them. You got to be more careful of your surroundings. And furthermore, you got to be careful when you out in public flexing what you have: rings, jewelry, clothes, houses, shoes, cars. You got to be careful. Glasses. Telling people that you spend $3,000 on glasses and $3,000 on robes and $40,000 on your teeth and this, that, and the other. This shit can get you unalive for real. But a lot of people want to come out to social media and flex. And I'm not saying this to say that's what this dude was doing. But sometimes it's best not to even tell people what you have. Not even show social media what you have. This man is sitting at a gas station, in front of a gas station on live, in a BMW. He sat too long, you guys. 11 minutes. Now, not saying that if he would have driven off, it wouldn't have happened because they could have followed him or whatever the case may be. But he was a target. A target. So these days, believe it or not, just how this life is set up for us, you got to dip in and dip out. Go get what it is that you came for and leave. And leave. Somebody is watching you at all times when you're outside. Somebody is watching you and you may not even think it. You like, they ain't watching me. I ain't got shit. Somebody watching you. You know, I've heard in some cities, you can't even stay at a damn stoplight long enough or they gonna come jack your shit, which is crazy. But you got to be careful of your surroundings. So my prayers goes out to this man's family because it does look like he had a family. He had children. I'm sure he got people that love him. They're all on his social media page saying RIP. He was a good guy and whatnot. But on live, he lost his life on live. When I tell you the way they rode up on this dude so fast, he couldn't do nothing at that point. He was already, they blocked him in with the white car. That's what it said in some of these reports. He was blocked in, which means that he could not do nothing. He could not move. Now, me personally, I would have either laid on the horn or I would have just rolled into the car. You understand what I'm saying? But to be honest with you, I wouldn't have been sitting outside of a gas station on the west side of Chicago for this long on no live stream. I ain't going nowhere on no live stream if I'm not in a whole opening. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a whole bunch of people around there. So anyway, but I just wanted to bring y'all this story. It is sad. Absolutely. I would just say, tell your loved ones, even if you go out, try not to be so flashy. Now, I'm not saying that if he hadn't had that chain on or in a BMW that it couldn't have happened, because it very well could have. She said, did you see the post he made weeks prior? Which one? I did go over several of his posts, but which one are you referring to? Which post are you referring to that he made several weeks ago? Because I went over a few of his posts. He was into it with night club owners or club promoters. He's a promoter. He was a club promoter. So which one are you referring to? Let me know. I don't want to just go through all of them. Yeah, and it did look like he's a type of guy because he says, I'm out here grinding. I'm out here. He says, I respect anyone who's out there grinding, hurting on the inside, smiling as if there's no pain. Go get yours. So it did look like he was, you know, a type of person that go out and make money, you know, not just sit there and make excuses. Oh, he says, I'm so tired of these damn kids riding these scooters on the sidewalk reckless, then be yelling at you, talking about, excuse me, like you in their way. Oh, no, that couldn't have been that one. So anyway, I don't see what you're talking about. You know what I mean? She says, I'm just tuning in to the live. Well, if you're just tuning in, we're talking about a couple of things. And unfortunately, you're just going to have to go back and just hit replay. But this is sad. Absolutely sad. And this when he just bought himself a drink. He's like, I just got off work.
Yes, Lord. Can we get you one? Oh, too. Play with your mama, not your dad.
So anyway, he was just saying he just got off and got him a cold one. Don't make the mistake of, well, this is 17 minutes long. I'm not going to listen to that. So anyway, she said the post he made about the people were trying to rob him for his chain previously. Oh, what date was that? Which one is that one on? I will play it. Was it this one? Oh, not this one. This one. Was it this one? He's talking about they tried to rob him for his chain. And if somebody's trying to rob you for your chain, I would take that shit off. You know? That's just crazy. But anyway, this is little man. He said, my heart, my everything. It's our goal as men to keep our sons, the fathers, away from these streets, regardless of how anyone feel. We are their hero. If you are a street ninja and your kid end up a street ninja, it's your fault. No one else's. I ain't perfect, but we won't be touching these streets ever. A Fortune 500 company or some. Our son is the chance to correct the mistakes that we've already made. Damn, that's crazy. Oh, she said it's a post. Oh, he made a post about being robbed. I didn't see that one. Let me see. Well, anyway, it's crazy. Anyway, life gone too soon. Well, if you have it, you can send it in to me. If not, we just gonna go there. We ain't gonna go there. He talked about not chasing money, letting the money chase you. So it looked like he had some good things to say. But anyway, so that just happened. So that's going around social media. Now, I kind of wanted to touch on well, actually 2 stories. And then I was like, I don't know about that one. She said, so sorry this happened to you. Yes, our condolences are definitely with him, which is crazy. She said, people look at your vehicle and think that you have money. Yep. She said, I am ready to trade my vehicle for a Hyundai, LOL. I think I am about to retire my chain too. I'm broke. This is sad as fuck. Yeah, you know, I will tell you that, and I'm not saying that he was portraying this, but most wealthy people, this is the very reason why they don't flash their jewelry or flash their vehicles and things of that nature. Wealthy people don't do this. Remember how we used to say a long time ago when we first started that a person that come out here and talk about how much they pay for this or how much they pay for that or how much they pay for that really don't have much, because wealthy people don't do that. They ain't telling you how much their glasses cost and their robes cost and their shoes cost and their hats cost and this, that, and the other. They don't do that because they're not trying to be the target. They don't give a damn what you think because they know they don't need no validation. Their bank account validate them every single time they click on it. So they don't need nobody to come out and be like, oh, you know, I paid this amount for this. So when you hear these people saying, oh, I paid $20,000 for my teeth, $40,000 for my teeth, and this, that, and the other, you know, they need validation. They need somebody to validate them, to make them think that they're all that or whatever, because wealthy people don't do that. Okay? She said, everybody wants it the easy way, how everything is changing. It will only get worse. Yep. So you got to be careful. So anyway, rest in peace to that young man. And again, it's not just in Chicago. A lot of people think Chicago is just, oh, well, yeah, if he was in Chicago, well, it happens all over the place. I heard about one, it happened in Mississippi, but it was he actually told them to pull up and they did. And that's another thing. We need to be careful with that. We need to be careful telling people to pull up, because when people pull up, then you're going to be like, oh, damn, I ain't really mean for you to pull up. You know what I mean? She said, Amor, did you see Tiana Taylor was held in contempt and had to pay, is it Ermin or Iman, $70K? No, but damn, that's crazy. So they did find her in contempt for coming online and talking about what happened in their divorce, or the the situation that they told her not to talk about, and she came and talked about it anyway. They held her in contempt. Damn, that's crazy. Well, but I'm sure she got it. I'm sure she's gonna pay it and move on. She'll pay it and move on. But I still think he's a bitter baby daddy. You know what I'm saying? He's a bitter baby daddy. So, but she was held in contempt. She just need to do better. Don't talk about it no more and continue going. $70,000 is a lot of damn money to be held in contempt for, though. But I was going to talk about Finesse2Tymes and his mama situation. Now, I don't know the whole situation or whatever. I was getting little bits and pieces of it. But do y'all want to talk about that? Because, you know, I'm sitting up and listening to his mama, right? Are y'all in tune with what's going on? let me just tell you a little bit about it, right? So let me close my window first because I feel like I'm sitting up here and people watching me. Hold on one second. Let me close this window. All right, you guys. So Finesse2Tymes. Finesse2Tymes is a rapper, you guys, out of, I want to say Memphis. Let's pull him up right quick. He's having a whole family feud beef on social media. And I'm just not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Let's pull him up and let y'all see who we talking about. Give me a second. And I was actually going to talk about this the other day. Michelle, shout out to Michelle, poking around with P-Talk. She's the one that let me know about the story, right? Because I was like, who is this Finesse2Tymes? Now, I really don't get into rappers and shit like that or whatever. But it kind of interests me that his mama, now his mama looks like she is around my age or maybe a few years younger, okay? So, hold on one second. And I'm just sitting up here thinking, all right, let's pull this up. Now, I'm going to pull this video up. Hold on. Let me just tell you what I know about it as well. Hold on. I just saw that. Give me a sec. All right, let's pull him up first. Okay, so this is Finesse2Tymes. Okay, he's a rapper. I want to say he might be from Mississippi or something like that, but live in Memphis, or he from Memphis, live in Mississippi or whatever. So, okay, here come the guy right here. So listen to this. This guy apparently was taking care of his mom financially, okay? Paying her bills, had moved her into, I don't know if it was one of his rentals or just was paying her rent at some rental that she had, right? So now this guy done spent some time in prison before, right? Now he said while he was in prison, he wasn't being shown no love by his family. They wasn't putting no money on his books. They wasn't even answering his calls sometimes. He said sometimes he would call and he would hear them, you know, when they say, yeah, this is Finesse from correction officer, whatever, that he said he actually heard them hang up the phone. Okay. So anyway, so he was paying his mom bills financially. And then his mama was goofing off the money. Now, this is all allegedly. His mama was goofing off the money to where now she was facing eviction. Okay. She was facing eviction and she had the nerve to put his girlfriend or baby mama out the house. Right. And when she put the baby mama out, the son, or was it a daughter? I don't know. The child, the baby mama took the child with her. So, and the baby mama was like, you put us out. And she's like, no, I didn't put y'all out. I just put you out. Right. But what the mom don't understand is you put his baby mama out. She ain't just going to leave her child there. Right. So anyway, the mother does that. And then she does a GoFundMe asking everybody to help her and saying that her son, a rapper, a rapper that makes money, is basically allowing her to be evicted. Now, I do believe now he lives in Texas. And she said that he told her to come up to Texas, Dallas, I think, come up to Texas and live there to kind of help them out. Now, it was also said that she refused to watch the child. And she says, well, yeah, I did. And you're going to hear it in a minute. She said, I refused to watch the child because, well, he's still being breastfed. So I'm not about to watch a child that is still dependent upon breast milk and going to be crying and carrying on or whatever, and I'm not able to feed him. Okay. So I had a problem with that because I'm like, wait a minute. And then y'all got to hear this. She said, I had to clean up shit in order to get my rent paid. Girl, are you serious? Is that all you had to do? So she said she had to pick up the dog's poop in order to get her rent paid. And she had a problem with that. Okay. So let me let y'all listen to this story right quick. And then we're going to go into it. So this is, hold on, let's go back. This is Finesse2Tymes out of Dallas, Texas. Let's listen.
Finesse2Tymes mom
came home and my locks had been changed. I couldn't understand why my key wasn't fitting my door. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have nowhere else to go.
Okay, y'all saying it's too low? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Don't worry. Give me a second. Give me a second. I don't know why it's doing this, but I got to change browsers so y'all can hear it. But give me a second. Then I'll change back once I finish playing the video. What about now?
One night when I went to work, I came home and my locks had been changed. I couldn't understand why my key wasn't fitting my door. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have nowhere else to go. I don't know nobody to text. So I said,
can y'all hear it?
Daytime. And I waited on the leasing office to open up. You know, so I could go up here and see, you know, can the maintenance come let me in my apartment? What's going on? So I get up to the office, and the leasing lady told me, we were told to change your locks. We were told to change your locks on your apartment. I'm like, what's the why y'all change my lock? Because the person who named the apartment then told us to change the lock. Long story short, he done told this girl to change the lock on me, man. Because I had my opinion on what him and his brother going through. Fast forward. I'm still working though. I'm working at a nursing home. Y'all seen the video. Okay? Fast forward. This man, Lord, I got off track. And I'm just throw it off, y'all. Give me a minute. I don't possess that all that whooping and how they going back for. I don't do that.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
You know what I'm saying? So he had her to lock me out of my apartment. My job, y'all can ask anybody.
Now, let me just say this right quick. I don't even approve of this. I don't approve of any mama or son coming to the internet and explaining their personal business like this. This lady literally coming online, letting people know that she was locked out of her apartment and she was not able to afford to pay her bills because her son was no longer giving her money. Her son was no longer paying her bills. Coming to the internet with this energy was so tacky and wacky. So that's one right there that I don't approve of this whatsoever, because isn't even any of our business. But I know why she did it, because she want people to look at it like, my son's a rapper. My son make money. My son around here flossing. He make bread, but yet I'm homeless. And she's trying to say the reason why she's homeless, or not so much homeless, but you know, being evicted, don't have nowhere to go right now. The reason being is because he won't pay her bills, right? And then she's going to go on and say the reason why she can't work is because her son is so famous and he told her, oh, my, you can't work. They're going to recognize who you are. And, you know, they're going to look and see who you are or whatever. And it ain't going to be no good look if you get a job. But what I don't understand is there's so many positions or so many places that she can work, like even remote or even DoorDash or Amazon Flex or whatever, to where people won't even know who she is. Because when you slinging them packages or passing that food to them, they don't think for 1 second or two who the hell you are. They just want their groceries or they want their food. But yet she's saying she didn't work because her son told her it's not a good look for you to go to work. No, she didn't work because she was being taken care of, point blank, period. But then she's going to get mad when her son cut her off and she's going to take to the internet. And now everybody want to jump down her son's throat. Now, I'm not even sitting up here saying I'm 100% in agreement with what the son doing, because he act a plum fool on social media too. But one thing that I wouldn't do, right, I'm not going to blame the son for not taking care of his mama. His mama's still at an age where she could take her ass and go work and pay her own damn bills. Now, Knee Deep put up here, she had a whole man living there 2 or more. Now, I didn't read that part, but the fact that if she did have a man, that's just absolutely fucking foul, because who are these people? But I'm going to tell you something. This just doesn't happen to Finesse2Tymes, right? This happened to a lot of people. Even I saw when I was covering the DDG story, right? The DDG story, he moved his mama and her boyfriend into his home as well. These parents get too lackadaisical, and then they depend on their kids. And when their kids pull the plug, then they want to be mad at their kids. They literally feel that their kids is obligated to take care of them. Now, somebody was like, Amor, well, I mean, she is his mom. He should take care of her. Where is that written at? Why? Why should he take care of her because she's his mom? Why? Just because your son or your daughter gets success does not mean that automatically means that they're supposed to take care of you. That is not what that means. And I would be a little more leery in wanting to help her after she done came online and putting out our business. Now let's continue to listen to this a little bit more.
She worked at Discovery Village in Dallas, Texas. I wish I knew her phone number so she could tell y'all how I slept in the parking lot in my truck for 2 months.
So she's saying that she basically slept in the parking lot in her truck for 2 months. Why? 2 months? So for 2 months, you slept in your truck in the parking lot. That's what she's saying. She slept in her truck in the parking lot for 2 months. But my question is, why? Why is she sleeping in her truck for 2 months? She couldn't figure nothing out for 2 months, and she got a man for 2 months? Why? Why didn't she go get a job then? Because she didn't want a job. That's why. Okay? Because she didn't want one.
She offered me pillows to come in there and sleep in a resident room. Understand me, man. Going forward.
And she's currently facing felony charges and possibly 6 years in prison because she claimed that she fell for the Nigerian scam where they say, hey, let me deposit this money into your bank account and then you can keep so much of it. So this fool done let some scammers deposit $500,000 into her bank account, and she got caught. And now she on her way to jail if they don't, have no sympathy for her or whatever. If she can't find no loophole, her ass is about to do 6 years in prison for falling for that damn scam of I'll get, let me put this $500,000 in your account, and then you wire us so much of the money, and then you keep a little bit of it or whatever. She fell for that damn okie doke, okay?
And I was able to get me a little apartment down in Fort Worth. Mind you, Rick out of jail. I didn't hear from him until 2 months after he got out, after he got off the jet. I never heard nothing from him until 2 months after he got out of jail. So now at this point, I got my own spot down in Dallas because I don't work long enough to get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my thing, working and everything, and I guess he had a change of heart. He called me. And me being his mama, I fell for it. And I thought when he called for me again to come to Houston.
Now, she claimed that her son is narcissistic, right? She said her son is narcissistic and she's been dealing with a narcissistic person, right? But she's the one coming online and spreading all the business. Now, she said she didn't hear from her son for 2 months after he got out of Slammer. He said, because when he used to ask them for money while he was in the Slammer, he said, I used to just ask for $40 to be put on my books. He said they couldn't even do that for him. So would you call your mama? Huh? If you locked up and you need $40 on your commissary and your mama can't keep your commissary with $40 on there, would you call her? Because I wouldn't. Not until I'm ready. Right? Because now it seems like she want him to take care of her. But who was taking care of him when he was in the Slammer? Now, if it's my son and he needs money on his commissary, I'm there. I'm going to put money on his commissary. You understand what I'm saying? But now she mad because she didn't hear from him until after 2 months after he got out. Whose fault is that?
He didn't mean to do me like that. He fresh out. He don't know. He think everybody against him. He think everybody hurt him some type of way. So I took that and I brushed it off. I didn't. That's to the people. They're saying, well, if he did it to you 3 times, why you keep going back? I'm trying to tell y'all. He told me, he said, Mama, come to Houston. I'm gonna get you a house and everything, Mama.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I said Dallas, y'all. I'm so sorry. These jokers live around the street from me, honey. They in Fulshire, not Dallas, honey. They right around the street from me. I'm talking about like 2 miles from me. Okay, Fulshire is 2 miles from me. Okay, I probably shouldn't be saying that because shit. Next thing you know, they'll be anyway, y'all. Here we go.
From being kicked out. So guess what I did? I packed my bags and I left and I moved to Houston. I came out here. At that time, he had a real big house downtown. A real big 3-story house with elevators and shit in it. Okay, so I came back. Right? I'm there with them. Everything going good because at that time he had just got signed. Everything going good at the same time. While I was in Dallas, I asked him, I said, Rick, pay for a dispatch class for me. So I could give me a box truck or something, get my own shit going. So I can have my own lane and do my own thing. Mind you, to this day, I'm still asking for that box truck. He paid for the dispatcher life and never bought the truck. So that's the fairy tale he got me going on and anticipating. I ain't asking nobody to do.
Do you sound? I mean, to me, I'm sorry, y'all, but she sound ungrateful as fuck. He paid for the dispatcher license but never bought the truck. Like, she sounds so ungrateful. What does she bring to it? What does she add to it? You know what I mean? What did she do for it?
If I put up a GoFundMe, you better believe I'm dead much serious. I'm dead much serious. But going forward, in the house downtown Houston, I don't know if y'all remember or not, a Big A and Trey was into it, everybody was into it and stuff. And you know, if all kinds of shit was going on, Trey had came around. But for some reason, Ricky felt like Big A came up in my boy. And I told him, if they not with you, knock the news out his motherfucking head. Because I said that, the man got up the next morning, y'all. Got all his little flunkies that he had around him. Packed. Imagine my room on the 3rd floor of the house. I don't hear nothing going on downstairs. Nothing. I don't feel nothing going on downstairs. All of a sudden, I came down on the elevator and I got off on the 2nd floor where they room at. And the house was just super, super quiet. So I'm like, where everybody went to? You know, what's going on? I thought the whole room had been cleaned out. The whole room had been cleaned out. I seen people moving their stuff to a U-Haul truck. So I'm walking around the house like, what's wrong? What's going on? Man, child, I had told Big A, don't put your hands on my son. But he had Big A on this big old pedestal where you couldn't even talk about Big A. And Suge know that. Suge couldn't talk about Big A. Couldn't nobody talk about Big A when it came down to Ricky. But I mean, this ain't that. Big A don't scare me and you don't either. And he better not put his hands on my child. You know what I'm saying? I told him that. Rick got mad at me for that. And he left me in the house and moved to Miami. Didn't say, Mama, I'm gone. Mama, I'll be back. Mama, I'm mad. Nothing. Suge went right with him. Huh? Needle.
So is she trying to say that she was left in a mansion? She said he had a big old house in Dallas. And is she trying to say they up and packed up the whole house and left her in an empty ass, big ass house in Dallas? Is that what she's saying? Because that's what it sounds like she's saying to me, and they just left her ass and said, I'm out. That's what it sounds like to me.
They knew exactly what he was doing to me. They knew it. But they sat around me and laughed and talked about him like a dog. As if they had done nothing. Like I realized I was stuck in this house for about 3 days. Nobody answered the phone. Ricky not answering the phone. Suge not answering the phone. Neil not answering the phone. DJ, nobody answering the phone for me. I'm just stuck in an empty house. People moved out. It just left me there. So as the days go by, I'm sitting there wondering what I'm gonna do. I don't know nobody out here. What am I supposed to do? So all of a sudden, I get a text message. He said, go to headquarters. If I had a picture of headquarters I could show y'all, y'all would be like, hell no. Headquarters is in 5th Ward on Liberty Road. On Liberty Road. When I tell you this was right here on Liberty Road by the expressway. It is nothing but the slums of the slums. You understand me? You understand me? I ain't got no lies to tell on nobody. I'm tired, y'all. I'm tired. This August, it's another month. I still owe for this month too. Because I cannot pay. I can't pay to go nowhere. I don't have no money. I'm talking about they done sent me this and sent me that. That was for bills. And of course you land in this motherfucker, you gonna pay.
You hear how she, it's crazy to me. She's sitting up here talking about something. Of course, you land in this motherfucker, you gonna pay. And I think she's referring to the baby mama, because the baby mama was staying with her at one time or another. But she wasn't paying nothing out of her own pocket though. So she felt entitled. I'm sorry. I hear what people saying. Oh, she did take care of him. He ran to the streets, this and the other. This still does not obligate him to pay for her life. Oh, thank you, Platinum Bracelet. She threw me $49.99, and I ain't even talking about drama. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for the support. When I'm not talking about drama, it's hard to squeeze a dime, but thank you so much, Platinum Bracelet. I appreciate you, baby. Thank you so much.
The disrespect at all happened. No one did the most to me. I don't care what nobody say. I don't deserve this shit. That 500K got me a felony. A felony.
This is the 500K that I was telling y'all about, that she allowed a Nigerian scammer to talk her into, you know, getting into some old criminal activities with $500,000. Like, who would even, she talking about I got scammed, but who would even fall for something like this? Seriously, though.
And buy a couch to go in my living room. And I got scammed. They got me. They got me. I didn't take nothing from nobody. They got me. Them folks sent their money to my account. And I damn sure wasn't finna tell them I got it. Sure wasn't. So yeah.
So she got the 500,000 and tried to keep it. Gonna talk about she damn sure wasn't about to tell them she got it. She talking about they got me. They got me. I damn sure wasn't gonna tell them I got it. So then she talking about she got scammed. She was trying to scam too, because she wasn't trying to tell the people she got the money. If she got the 500K, instead of getting caught, she should have moved her ass overseas some damn where. You know what I mean? What she gonna do? Keep the money out of her damn self?
And guess what? And I got a public defender. But everybody else got lawyers. Y'all make that shit make sense, man.
So she want her son to pay for her a lawyer because she agreed with a scammer to allow 500K to be deposited into her account, But now she mad because her son won't pay for her a lawyer, but she has a public defender. A public defender is free, but she want her son to pay for a lawyer when it's probably a waste of money anyway.
Ain't nobody else got no public defender. Big A didn't have no public defender. Suge didn't have no public defender. Everybody around you, you pay for lawyers for, but you couldn't pay for me a lawyer.
It sounds to me that they had some issues way before this time. You understand what I'm saying? But for all of this to be coming to the internet, and you could just tell the passion behind her and the things that he's saying and the baby mama's saying and the brother's saying, it sounds like they had some issues already that they probably should have got resolved before she just unpacked her home in Memphis and moved to Texas. They should have already, even if it take signing an agreement, some type of contract or something. But I think she set herself up for this one right here because they already had issues. Texas did not bring on their issues. Not at all.
I don't care what y'all say, man. He wrong. And I ain't never went to him and told him he had to give me nothing. I barely asked for any motherfucking thing because I know he don't like me.
Now she just said, I know he don't like me. So she said she know her son don't like her. So then if she knew her son didn't like her, why would she move where he's at? If you know your child don't like you, then why would you uproot your whole safety net? They said she was down in Memphis, comfortable, living comfortable, had her own job, had her own house, had her own car. But she up and moved knowing this boy didn't like her? For what? Why? Ain't no way I'm leaving my comfort zone and move somewhere where I know that I am not liked by my child. And that's the thing. Sometimes parents and children don't get along, or sometimes they can love each other from afar. But to uproot everything that you got going for you, a job, a house, a car, your friends, your support system, and you move to where someone that you don't even get along with, she said she knew he didn't like her. Who does that? And we supposed to say it's his fault? She has some accountability too.
Ain't no way he can. But I respectfully walk out. I come from the slums of it, y'all. All this fancy shit without some type of motive behind it. I ain't got nothing, no, and it can't invest in nothing. A mom ain't gave me enough money to invest. Why y'all keep talking about invest? Why you didn't take the money he gave you? The man ain't never gave me no more than $2,500 for myself in my hands since he touched down off the Jets.
Now she said that he only gave her $2,500 at one time. Now I heard different, right? I heard that it's times that he's given her $5,000 and stuff like that or whatever to pay her rent. But it sounded like he said something. Well, not him. The baby mama should. She said that he didn't gave her $5,000 at a time and this at a time, but said that she wanted like $20,000 and $30,000 at a time or whatever, and he wasn't willing to give her that much money at one time. And he said, "Listen, I got bills. You're not my only. You know what I'm saying? Like I got other stuff to deal with than you." Now, I don't know if she had a gambling problem or she said, I seen a $4,000 deal. Damn, $4,000. Is she on drugs? I don't think she's on drugs, but I do think that she has some type of extracurricular activities. I don't know what that extracurricular activity is. However, she got something going on where she was actually goofing off the money. Okay. Because the girlfriend, let me let y'all listen to what the girlfriend is saying. Because the girlfriend actually came back and was like, now, hold on now. We're going to tell it. Let's tell it. Oh, let's listen to what he said first about how when he was locked up, they weren't there for him. And then we're going to listen to the girlfriend. Hold on one second. He came back and was like, look, y'all wasn't there for me. Y'all always had y'all hand out. Y'all wasn't there for me.
on a couple laps and lift some weights, my girl asking me, babe, how the hell you deal with all the hate? I'm on all these women up and take you guys to take the straight. All my niggas bitches here, crap on pure rabbit snakes.
Let's try to go to the part where he start talking.
It's gonna take you, take a bitch and kick her out. You can't lock me away, but it ain't enough, baby. What were you when the Fed lawyer told, baby? You understand me? What were you on visitation day?
Hold on.
It's gonna take you on me. It's gonna take you on me. It's gonna take you on me. Say you fall down, you get up, baby. You understand me? What were you on visitation day? I was shedding tears. What were you when the Fed lawyer told me I was facing 10 years, huh? Machiavelli, prosecutor, shined on me, labeled me an outlaw. Now fuck a bitch and pay the bitch and kick her out like she was on an alcohol. From Section 8 real estate, manipulate, but never told lie. Was demonstrate on any day, get in my way. I put that on the top. And the same way you fall down is the would demonstrate on any day, get in my way, I put that on the top. And the same way you fall down is the same way you ride. He a snake and he a bitch, so it's like the blind leading the blind. But the DA, United States, the prosecutor, lawyer, the judge, because they don't respect them from the judge, ran up a check and got the mostly. Left for dead in the fed, I try my best not to hold.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Get to what the hell you trying to say. God damn.
Now, CEO, the huncho, the capital, and all of the above. What the fuck you talking about? Listen to me. He said, fuck the CA, the United States, the DA, the lawyer, the judge.
Oh, my God. If this nigga don't start speaking English, I'm going to have to put this shit through Chat GPT. Hold on. Let me see if he going to start talking regular.
But then again, I can't even question the universe because the universe don't do what it do for a reason. It might not be for me. It might not be for you. It might not be for, it might be for a whole nother motherfucker. The reason why you moving the way you move. You can't question it. You just gotta go whatever your heart tell you to do. Don't think about it too hard. Whatever your heart tell you to do, you just gotta go with it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't talk regular, girl. I got time for this ebonic ass shit.
Talk about that. This shit dead. My life, I don't get off from there. The views can go on drop. Don't give me my 22, 23 regular viewers that I be having. I got a Facebook page just to stay off Instagram where it matters. You see what I'm saying? That's where it matters on Instagram. So I do this Facebook shit because I wouldn't do what I do on her on Instagram. You see what I'm saying? So give me my little 20.
Okay, so you said he ain't gonna talk. Hold on. Because he did talk in another one. All right, so she said he ain't gonna talk in this one. There is one that he do talk and say, where were y'all when I was locked up and y'all didn't come see me and blah, 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 blah. But I'm not about to listen to all that because that sounds crazy right there. But let's go back to, she said, you call me bro, Finesse2Tymes respond to his mom exposing him. Okay, let's listen to this one. Okay, so it looked like he's saying everything in his songs. I'm not about to sit there and listen to that. All right, y'all can find it. But anyway, so basically, I did see one clip where he was like, you know, you didn't come put no money on my books. You know, you didn't do this and you didn't do that or whatever. And he actually said it was over. He was done. He was done with her. He was done. He ain't going back and all this stuff or whatever. So again, it sounded like him and his mama done had some times. But I want to let y'all listen to his girlfriend talk. She tried to clear up the situation. And I actually was listening. Now, I'm not saying I'm taking her side, but she was able to show some proof with giving the mama money and saying that you saying it wasn't from him, but he gave it to me. Hold on. About Mama 2Tymes. I think her name is Mama 2Tymes. Cause she's like, you ain't give me no money. And she was like, yeah, I did. And she was like, that money. Oh, here you go, right here.
She said, I ain't never paying no bill. Hold on, I go to the login.
So she showed proof.
Her name is right there. Who ain't paying no bill? Who ain't paying no bill?
Now with that, the mama, hold on.
So 110, because she said something.
Damn. Okay. The mama was trying to say that the girlfriend was staying there and wasn't paying no bills. And she had to show proof, and she did. She showed proof that she was paying some bills. But she was trying to say, yeah, the girlfriend gave me that, but she had to go beg him and sneak him. She basically had to sneak and send me money. Like, he didn't even know she was sending me money. You know, she had to sneak and do it, right? Trying to say that her son wouldn't approve it. But the girlfriend was like, or the baby mama, whatever you want to call her, she was like, when I'm sending you money, that's like he's sending you money too, because it's his money that I'm sending. You know what I'm saying? It's his money. I'm sneaking it from him to get to you, you know? So anyway, let's talk about these receipts. Let's listen to it.
You see that? 6'8". Something 110 on there. Something 500. 110 again. Please don't get on here like that. I got the utmost respect for Mama P. The utmost respect for her. Because we ain't been there. Since she been here. I always look out for her. Don't do that to me. Because you know I go to bats for you. Anytime y'all at odds, I still sending you money when you and him argue. Don't do that. I made sure you got a phone because you didn't have no phone. You was working out a government assistant phone when you came around. I put you on my line. Don't do that. And Coach, you talking about OnlyFans? I damn sure right. I do OnlyFans and Wood. They pay big bills. And what?
And they trying to accuse her. They trying to say she's the reason why he won't help his mama. So they all trying to blame it on her. But what I don't, oh, hey, Joppy, what's going on? I ain't see you in here. Hey, what's up? Everybody say hey to Joppy. It's been a long time. Where you been? But they trying to say that it's her fault. But the thing about it is, if your mama, let's think about this, y'all. If your mother-in-law, or, you know, y'all ain't married, but your boyfriend, your baby daddy mama put you out, are you not going to tell your boyfriend, or the guy that you with? Oh, I'm telling. Hell yeah, I'm telling. Because what you got to understand, she didn't just put her out. The child went with her, and she said the child could have stayed. But Ma, you don't even pay the bills up in here. I just don't feel that somebody that's living in a home that's not paying the bills have the authority to put anybody out. Like, this ain't even your house. She said, Suge said she just got a check from her OnlyFans for $60,000. Ooh, child, let me go get me an OnlyFans. No, I'm just kidding. But this ain't even her house. It wasn't even her house, and she had the nerve to put the girlfriend out.
And what? He carried the whole motherfucking family besides you. Because Shaheed carried you. So, please stop. Because I'm not even this type of person. I don't even argue with folks. But what y'all not going to do is say that he don't do nothing for everybody. He helps everybody. And when he too busy, I come through the clutch. Let's stop it. Because the proof is in the pudding. I've been paying her bills. He been paying her bills. If she can't get it from him, she get it from me. She said, I ain't never paying no bill. Hold on.
Okay. So that one's right there. That's just the girlfriend showing receipts that she was paying the bills, okay? Or she was helping. She was sending her some money, and she still got put out, okay? And the mama is basically saying it's her fault. Well, I don't know if the mom is actually blaming it on her. It's other people blaming it on her. But then it got so bad, y'all, that celebrities now are chiming in and they calling him out saying, man, how can you not help your mama? That's messed up. You need to be helping your mama. This is effed up on every level. In my opinion, and this is without me doing a deep dive into the story, but just in my opinion, I do not feel any mama should have to rely on their child. I don't care if they're a celebrity, or athlete, or just lucked up and just became rich and famous overnight. I feel like if that happens, right? If your child become rich and famous overnight, if they choose to help you out, if they choose to give you some money, if they choose to help you finance a business or whatever the case may be, you should be grateful. But to absolutely depend on it or think that that's something that they should do, nah, I don't agree. I absolutely do not agree. It is not our children's responsibility to care for us. And I know a lot of parents out there think that. They feel like, oh, I took care of you all these years. It's time for you to take care of me. I do not agree. I feel that if they do it out of kindness in their heart, that's fine. But it's our responsibility to take care of our kids to a certain age. And once they get that certain age, it's not our responsibilities no more, right? Which means it's not their responsibility. They did not ask to be here. It is not their responsibility to care for us. It's just not. Okay. And I do think that, you know, she demonstrated with her own words that she was ungrateful and she was entitled. She felt like he should have been doing it. When I heard her say, I had to clean shit. I had to clean shit in order to get my rent paid. Okay, is that all you had to do? Because if that's all somebody tell you to do is clean up the dog poop and watch your grandchild every now and again, but all your rent is paid. Huh? How is that hard? How is that hard? You know what I mean? So again, if she already knew their relationship was shaky, if she already had a job, if she already had a car, if her bills was already being paid where she was, when he told her to up and leave where you are, your comfortability, and come here, there should have been a contract already written out. Because if a contract was written out, she wouldn't have to have no GoFundMe right now. But to just go thinking that, oh, my son loved me, everything gonna be fine, I'm gonna go up there and we're gonna be coochie crunchy close. And then you get up there and he get the locks changed on your ass. I mean, really, mama, is that your fault or his? She put all her all her eggs in one basket. She relied on her son to take care of her. And that is rule number number one. It just is. And that's not just from a mother-child relationship. That's anybody. You uproot your comfortability and go choose to move with somebody else. That's on you. She said Rick Ross, Boosie, 50 Cent got their mama set for life. Yeah, they probably do. And I'm not saying that if he didn't want to do it out the kindness of his own heart, right? He could have done that. But I don't think that Rick Ross, Boosie, or 50 Cent mama was, felt like they was entitled to that. They did it. I'm sure these guys did it out of the kindness of their hearts. That's what I'm saying. So when these celebrities, whatever, these kids come on here and they gift their mama a car and they gift their mama a house and this, that, and the other, I still feel like their mom should be grateful. Their parents should be grateful. I seen Tabitha Brown. She gifted her father a brand new black Ford F-150 or something like that. And he cried. Oh, Jaffe said 50 Cent mama is DEAD. So Tabitha Brown daddy cried. But you want to know why he cried? Because he wasn't expecting that from his daughter. He cried real tears because he's like, ain't nobody never done nothing for me. But if he was expecting it from his daughter, he wouldn't have had no emotions. He just would have been like, thank you. But he cried. He cried because he know his daughter didn't have to do that. So I'm not down with these mothers, because I know somebody personally that get mad at their son and be like, oh, he won't do this for me. He won't do that for me. That's not his responsibilities. And even if we got to check ourselves, ladies, let's just be honest. Even if we got to check ourselves, if we're around here getting mad at our kids for not doing things for us, we're wrong. We're wrong. Our kids didn't ask to be here, yet we raised them. It was our responsibility to raise them. But what they do for us should be appreciated, not expected. So again, I did hear her say, he told me to uproot where I live, move to Texas, watch the grandbaby, clean up the dog shit, clean up around the house or whatever, and that he'll pay my bills. She said she did it, but she also admitted, you guys, admitted, and I can play the footage if you want me to. She admitted that she didn't like keeping the kid, the baby, her own grandchild. And the reason why she didn't like to keep the grandchild, because she said the grandchild was attached to the titty. I know I'm not about to keep no child that all he gonna do is sit there and cry for the titty. We're talking about her grandchild. There's alternate ways. You know, my grandchildren were breastfed, but my son and my daughter-in-law, they pump breast milk. So we were still able to feed the grandbabies. There's a workaround, but to just refuse to keep the baby because the baby just gonna cry for milk, but you want somebody to pay your rent, you want somebody to take care of you, give you money, buy you clothes, fund your life, just because your son is rich? Nah, Mom was entitled, y'all. Mom was a little entitled. Now, I don't know. Let's look at her GoFundMe. Let's look at Mama2Tymes GoFundMe. I looked at it the other day and it was only like, shit, it was only like $500 on there. Let me see what they doing, y'all. Mama2Tymes. Let me see. Let's see if her GoFundMe, where is it right now? Hold on. I think I'm spelling it wrong. What she say, my GoFundMe, what? Hold on. She says, hold on, let's look and see what she talking about over here. If you get in my comments talking reckless, okay. But she says something about her GoFundMe. Let's look at it. My GoFundMe got enough to get a U-Haul, and I appreciate every dime y'all donated. Where is it at? Look like she turned the comments off. Let's pull this damn GoFundMe up. Where she got it at, y'all? I know she got it up here. Oh, here you go. GoFundMe. Oh, damn. She only was able to raise $2,924. Y'all know what that tells me? That tells me that people didn't buy her story. They didn't buy her story. If they bought her story, that this $6,000 goal that she did, how many days ago now? She did this, Folger, Texas. She did this 6 days ago, and she was only able to raise almost $3,000 in 6 days. This tells me that people are not buying her story. Let's read the GoFundMe. This is what she says. My name is Floria, and I'm reaching out for help as I face eviction and the urgent need to find a new place to live. Until recently, my son was helping me pay my bills, but after a fallout, I've been left to manage everything on my own. Before I moved to Texas, I lived in Memphis, working, had my own car, my own place. I don't know anybody here to help me. This is the third time my son's actions have left me homeless, and each time it becomes harder to recover. My landlord has given me just a few days to pay, and I expect an eviction filing this week. I'm doing everything I can to stay close to my family and maintain my health, but the stress is overwhelming. I struggle with anxiety and depression, and the emotional toll of a narcissistic abuse from my son has made things even harder. Last year, I was scammed by a Nigerian fraudster, which led to a money laundering charge. Now I'm currently in court and facing the possibility of 6 years in prison. This charge has made it nearly impossible to secure housing, as I've already been denied by 3 different apartments. Despite these setbacks, I'm determined to find stable housing so I can rebuild and stay connected to my support system. The funds I raise will go directly toward moving costs, transportation, and deposit for a new place. Your support would mean the world to me. It would give me a chance to start over, stay near my loved ones, and focus on my health and well-being while I navigate this difficult legal situation. Thank you for your consideration, helping me during this challenging time. Then she puts a picture of her bags of being put the fuck out, or where she was about to be evicted. Okay, so she got a picture of herself, and then she got a picture of her bags where she looked like she gonna, hit the road, jack, and don't come back no more, no more, no more. Okay, so if people bought her story, I believe that she would have more than $2,900. Okay, she said, my mama was straight. I made sure she knew she could live like she wanted. I wish I could get my mama back every day. Ain't no way I'm going to let her get evicted. And I got hundreds of thousands around my neck. I hear what you're saying, the cameraman, real abuser. I hear what you're saying, but we're talking obligations. You're saying because he rich, he should take care of his mom. He was taking care of her. He was. She put his son out the house. Now, I mean, daughter, son, I don't even know what child it was. I think it's a daughter, but she put them out. Now she comes back and say, I did not put them out. I put her out. That's what she said. Let's look at the video. She says, I didn't put them out. I put her out. Or did she delete all the videos? Hold on. She says, hold on, it's not real. I think it's videos. Oh, it looked like she must have deleted them. Okay, so she took down all them damn live streams. She did. Oh, he must have told her to take him down. She took him down. Oh, she said it's a 1-year-old daughter. So wait a minute. Hold on. It looked like she must have taken them videos down. It looked like she about to start her own podcast, Real T Mama P. She's starting her own podcast. She said, I'm about to make me some money. But I think she took them down, y'all. Unless she moved them to another let's see what she's talking about right here. Is this the money he gave her? Oh, she don't have no thing. So she just put hold on, let's go back. But anyway, she said, I did not put them out. I put her out. So she's saying the grandchild could have stayed. So she must have got rid of all those videos that she came out here running her mouth. So he must have told her to take them down because I don't see them, y'all. No, she took them down. She said she going to TikTok, but did she delete the messages? I mean, she said she going to TikTok, but did she delete them off of Facebook? Like she did. So anyway, I'm not about to go chase her videos, but she was talking mad ass shit in the beginning. Her son used to be a little big boy. Look at him. Sort of, kind of. But anyway, so she must have took him down. So anyway, y'all tell me in the chat, do y'all think Finesse2Tymes is wrong for not taking care of his mama? Or do you think that he's not wrong for taking care of her? Or do you think that he's right for standing his ground and not paying anything? She said, my personal opinion, letting someone mentally treat you like that is basically saying, just take the abuse just because who they are. Yes, because he is getting threatened now. He's getting threatened now. So which one you saying yes for what, Jessica? Do you think the mama wrong or the son is wrong? Mama wrong or the son is wrong? Everyone doesn't have the same story with their parents. Some stories come with pain and trauma. Yeah, that's true. Everybody don't have the same story with their parents. She said, I don't think he's wrong. Kathleen said, I don't think he's wrong. Narcissistic mothers do exist. I have one. I believe narcissistic mom, because she's the one came out to the internet with it. He brought her all the way out there and let her become homeless. And you think that's solely on him? You don't think that this grown woman, right, that know her damn child, she know her son. She already said he don't like me. So you don't think that she has no fault in this? You don't think that no obligation, no accountability is on her? Is he the only child? No, she has other, and that's another thing. She has other children. Why her other kids are not helping? But he's the rich one. That's why. He's rich. He's wealthy. She said she come from the slums. This is her son. No, she has other children, but she want him to do it all. He hurt. She didn't come through for him. He don't have to help her go get a job. Exactly. And that's another thing who was it? My girl, cameraman. So what about when he was in prison and he said she wouldn't even put $40 on his books? And I'm not saying two wrongs make a right. I'm not saying that, but $40? She said Finesse don't have that much money. And actually he said he don't have that much money. He said she want me to give her $20,000, $30,000 at a time. I ain't even got it like that. He actually said that. He was giving her $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, but she wanted $20,000, $30,000 at a time. She said her other children are broke. I know them, but she ain't out here blasting the fact that they ain't helping her out. She's asking social media for $6,000 because she's saying she can't even move. If she knew he didn't like her, why in the hell would you let him move out there knowing the situation? That's what I'm talking about, Tanya P. We ain't gonna act like she ain't grown. You know? Oh, Sweet Nikki said they do help her. So the other kids help her, but she want to come out here and make him look bad. I don't agree with the mom. I really don't. She said this goes in a lot of households. A lot of the responsibility is put on one child while the other children do what they want and aren't held to the same standards. Yep, that is true. You know? So anyway, on this one right here, she said he wrong just on the fact that as a man and a son, he chose to uproot her and move her and said he would take care of her. Well, that's what she said. You know what I'm saying? She was struggling when he was in jail, but he chose that street gang life and wanted to run drugs through her house. That's mostly why they couldn't get along. But he's rich now. And let's not forget, he said, I asked her to come out here and help out with the baby and to clean up. She literally went online and said, I had to clean shit in order to get my bills paid. Does that not sound entitled? I had to clean shit in order to get my bills paid. She said, I ain't gonna lie. I raised my sons to give back to their elders, meaning me, their dad, and grandparents. Now, don't get me wrong. We can take care of ourselves, but if it comes a time when we can't, they should. See, I don't agree, but I see what you're saying. I don't agree with that, but I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. You put them in a position to make money to where once y'all become elderly and need financial help, that they can help. Is that what you're saying, sister teacher? That you raised them, you helped them go through college and get a good job and stuff like that? Because if that's the case, then I say, okay, all right, I guess. I still wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't expect it. I think that every parent should make themselves financially secure and don't depend on your child. But at the same time, if you're saying, you know what, in order for you to be able to help me financially, I'm going to help you become a doctor or a lawyer or secure a good ass job to where you can turn around and, you know, help your elderly parents out, then I guess I understand what you're saying in that regard. But the mama is not an elderly person. She looks younger than me. She looks like she's still able to go out there and work. Elderly, meaning like 70, 80, 90 years old. Yeah. But when you still in your 40s and 50s, You should not be 100% relying on your damn child to do nothing for you. If you're still able, you know, to do it, you should not rely. She said he could have paid that $6,000 and tell her that this is the last time. I heard that he's done that. That this is the last time he would help. He has his own family now to pay for. Plus, if his mom said, okay, let's say this then. So since he told her to come up to Texas, then the best thing that he should do is move her back to Memphis and then allow her to fend for herself. Right? He should pay money to move her back to Memphis and then set yourself up. Or y'all think he should still be paying all her damn bills? She said if the agreement was for him to take care of her, she wasn't thinking about getting a job or anything like that. She thought her son had her. He being petty with his mama because they had an argument. She should have took that money he gave her and invested in herself. Yeah, move her back to Memphis. She wanted something for nothing. But maybe he would have moved her back to Memphis, but she went live. She went on social media. That's that narcissistic behavior, talking the money because he knows that's a way to hurt her. Oh no, she said, I'm just coming in, but the fact that she has a whole man is crazy. She expects so much. Anything he gives should be extra. So what about my three ladies now that's down there saying that he should be taking care of her? What about her man? Should he be taking care of her man too? Should he be? Because if the man was living there, now I have not gotten those facts. Now, if y'all have the facts that the man was living there, y'all can send it to me. I haven't gotten those facts. But if the man was living there, so is he responsible for taking care of her man too? Because why he can't get them back to Memphis? If he did this before to her and she let him do it again, she's the fool. That's what I'm thinking. Hell, she's an adult. She's an adult. Another rapper paid it for her. Yeah, and they did it and embarrassed him. Yeah. They better or I brought you here and I'll take you out. Y'all know the rest. Yeah, see, I don't expect that from my children, but I thank God that I am in a position that where I won't need my children to take care of me, but I'm sure they wouldn't mind helping, but yeah. I think that as parents, we need to set ourselves up, y'all. Instead of just investing everything into our children and making sure they can turn around and take care of us. Because what if your child leave out of this world before you? And you putting all your investment in your children in order for them to turn around and take care of you when you become an elder. But if God called them home early, then what are you going to do? I think that we should learn how to invest in ourselves and put ourselves in position to where we don't need our children to care for us when we become elderly. And not saying that or not hoping that your child, anything bad happens, but shit happens. Just like the story I just said, this guy's 42 years old. He looked like he was very healthy. You know what I'm saying? And he seemed somewhat positive. He's sitting in the car having a conversation with his supporters and he's popped just like that in a 15-minute video. Now, his elderly parents was probably, if his parents is alive, they was probably relying on him one day to come through with the come through. So I just think that we should prepare ourselves. And it's ways you could do that. Prepare ourselves to where when we do become elderly, we don't need nobody, you know? But again, that's just me. I told my kids all the time, because my son used to always say, Mom, I can't wait till I make enough money to buy you a house. And I said, no, I want you to get yourself in a position that you could buy you a house. Your mommy and daddy is going to worry about buying them a house. But I've already had several houses. But I said that to my son because he used to always say that. My son used to play football when he was younger. And he was like, oh, Mom, I can't wait. I can't wait till I get to a position to buy you a house. I think every child want to do that. I can't get to a position to buy you a house. And I said, no, it's not your job to do that. It's not your job to do that. Now, if he came into some buku ass money like Jay-Z money, you know what I'm saying, Kanye West money, Diddy money, then yeah, if he bought me a house, I'd be all happy for it. But I don't want my son having to struggle at all to give me money. No, because your mama know how to make money. You know what I mean? So again, I don't how I depend on my son when we turn elderly. I want my son to come by and visit us while his dad and myself is sitting chilling and rocking on the porch. Come visit us, come sit down and allow us to tell y'all these old ass stories, bringing up all these old ass memories. You know what I mean? Maybe cook us a good meal, have the house clean for us or something like that, or but I don't expect them to keep the lights on or keep the rent paid or the mortgage paid. I don't expect that. But that's I don't know, that's us. But anyway, but that's the story. If anything else come about, because he is being embarrassed on social media right now. They're like, oh, dude, you fucked up because you allowed your mama to suffer or whatever. So he's being talked about, but this giving him clout. So I think he kind of liking it in a way because now the spotlight is on him. So, and I don't know what it is about these people, but honey, they be liking good publicity, bad publicity. They don't even give a damn no more. The social media has ruined a whole lot of us to where they don't even care. They like, shit, talk about me, dog me out. I don't care. I got camera time. Everybody is fighting for camera time. You know what I mean? So he's taking advantage of being in the spotlight, but I think his mama is too. And I know a lot of y'all probably don't think so, but I think that the mama got a little narcissistic to her. That entitlement bullshit, that's narcissistic to me. She said, how do you feel about Rashida and Kurt's son? Ooh, Lord, that's another story I want to touch on, baby. So let me go over the story about Rashida and Kurt's son. Okay, well, we all know that, well, it's their son, but it's not their son, right? It's his son and her stepson, but for the purpose of marriage and family, it's their son. I think that from what I heard about it is that the girlfriend, right, of the unalived fella called her brother and said, hey, I need some help. He handling me wrong. She was involved in a DV relationship, okay? And the brother came to help his sister. But I heard he got his ass beat, that the boyfriend handled him and he didn't like it. So he turned around and pop the boyfriend, okay, and unalived him. And then I heard that she said it's her biological son. I heard it wasn't her biological son. Let's pull up the pictures. I heard it was his it was Kurt's son. Hold on. Because it wasn't the light-skinned one, it was the other one. Hold on. It's Kurt Frost. So it's two sons, right? Hold on, let me pull it up right quick. So we got two sons here. This one, the light-skinned one, is both of their child. This one is just Kurt's son, right? But they don't look like. But anyway, nevertheless, allegedly. All this is allegedly. Oops, what are they saying? Oh, this ad. All of this is allegedly. But nevertheless, I heard that there was a fight and he wasn't winning. And so he went and got a pow and he came back and popped the boyfriend. All of this is allegedly, okay? And she said, no, that's the boyfriend that got unalived. Oh, yeah, that is the boyfriend that got unalived. That ain't even the son. Hold on, I got a whole thumbnail. Because I was actually going to do the story. Hold on. I got it up right here. I got a thumbnail for who is who. So, yeah, I was actually going to do this story. I just didn't get around to it. Hold on, let me put it up. I literally was going to do this story. All right, so this is the thumbnail that I never put up because I never got to it. Hold on. So that's Kurt, that's the daughter, and this one right here, on all the way to the right, is the son or the sister. That's the brother, and that one right there is the one in the white shirt that got unalived. So that's the sister, and that is the brother that actually did the allegedly did the killing. But I heard it was because he was getting his ass beat or whatever, and apparently the guy that got unalive, him and Kurt's daughter, they were involved in a domestic relationship. So he was actually putting hands on her, right? But she's saying, listen, I was handling it though. I didn't put my family involved in it. So she kind of told on herself without telling on herself that she was dealing in an abusive relationship with the guy that got unalived. And apparently she must have been telling her brother about it. So her brother came to her rescue and he was getting beat down or whatever. And all this is allegedly. And he left the scene, came back and dealt with the dude or whatever. So, I mean, it is an unfortunate situation, but I heard that the daddy, Kurt Frost, and Rashida tried to cover it up. This is what they saying. They trying to cover it up or whatever. They cleaned up the scene and then they hid him out for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But I heard that he has been arrested and is being held on bail right now. I saw that on Instagram. I didn't see it on the news, but I saw it on Instagram. So I don't know what else has happened because I stopped following it or whatever, but the streets were talking for a minute. And the guy that got unalive, his family was going hard in the paint, like posting every 5 minutes, like, we looking for you and we gonna find you. And when we do, it's on site. You know what I mean? So they have definitely been threatening the girlfriend and the rest of the family. You know what I mean? They want something done. And I don't think it's gonna end pretty if they do find her, She said, Amor, you could talk about anything. You are very entertaining. Thank you, Rita. Appreciate you. She said the video shows she was laying down and he came in the room, started dragging her out of bed and hitting on her. Ooh, see, I haven't even seen that video because when the other day I said I was going to do this story, I got tied up in the court documents from Briana that I didn't even go back and start doing any research of the story. So she was in a domestic violence relationship, and she didn't want nobody to know. The only way he's going to take care of, she has to clean it up. This is why. Oh, okay. You're talking about that. But anyway, so I guess we'll just be trying to figure out what's going on. She said, so Kurt and Rashida are allegedly hiding evidence. So yeah, so that's what the family is saying. They think that Kurt and Rashida cleaned up the whole, area, crime scene, and hid their son out for a minute. Yeah. That's not confirmed though, but that's what they're saying. She said they just put the video out like 20 minutes ago. Who put the video out? I go grab it. Who put it out? Let me go. Let's go searching for the video. Let's see who put the video out. Hold on, y'all. But I'm going to tell you this, though. When something like that happens, you don't know how you're going to act, right? A lot of people always say, oh, I would have done this, I would have done that. You don't know how you would act, right? Because if your son was just involved in a unaliving of someone, you don't know what you're going to do. You know what I mean? I just seen it on Instagram. Hold on, let me find it again. Yeah, let me know where it's at and I'll play it right quick. But you don't know what you're gonna do. Now, am I saying they wrong for hiding out their son? I ain't saying they wrong or right, but what I'm thinking of, you don't know how you're gonna react, and that has to be like one of the worst feelings in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it'll just probably stop my heart if my son or daughter was involved in anything like this. I wouldn't know what to do. Now, would I hide them out? I probably will, probably won't. I don't know. Don't ask me. Don't ask me. She said she went live because she needed help. Tell me where I can go find the video at, and I'll pull it up right quick. I'm looking on Facebook, and I see things from yesterday. It says Kurt and Rashida Frost's son has been identified by police as the prime suspect in the murk of the Atlanta rapper T Hood. And that's the thing, he was an Atlanta rapper. Let me put this up for y'all. Hold on, let me take this down and put this up, and I'm gonna wait for the video that she's talking about, and then we'll go from there. Let me move this. So this is the daughter. This is Kurt Frost. This is the son that he shares with Rashida. And this is the daughter. But he got another son though, right? I think he has another son. Because I don't think this is the son that did it. That's what I was told, that this was not the son. I heard it was two sons. Let's go back. Hold on. It's two sons, and the darker son is the one that did it, right? So this is the guy that got unalived. He was the boyfriend that apparently was beaten on her. She is Rashida and Kurt Frost's daughter. Okay. And he's the one that got unalived. All right. So just a few days ago, the Gwinnett County Police Department said they are investigating a shooting at the residence that resulted in the death of one man. At approximately 7 p.m., officers assigned to the South Precincts were dispatched to a residence in the 3900 block of Lee Road in unincorporated Snellsville. The caller reported that a dispute took place at the residence and someone was pow-powed. When police arrived at the incident location, they located the man who was popped and rendered aid. Gwinnett County Fire Rescue transported the man to a local area hospital where he was ultimately mentioned to be unalive. Y'all know what I mean? He passed away from the injuries sustained. One person was detained at the shooting location and is in the process of being interviewed by detectives. The case is being investigated as a homicide. The motive for the shooting is still under investigation. The identity of the victim will be released following next of kin. There is no active threat to the public. So that was the original report that came out. And T Hood is his name, rapper T Hood. Okay. He was named in the, I want to say his name might be Travis or something like that or whatever, but I know it's T Hood. That's what they call him or whatever. So, yeah, but Kurt Frost and Rashida, it's their child. Okay. It's their child. See, now everybody keeps saying it's this son. What? It was the other son. Did I get it wrong? Did I get it wrong? Because I heard it was the other son. So let me look at a reliable. Let me go to TMZ because sometimes Facebook just be saying shit. But I know TMZ done did their damn homework. Hold on. Kurt Frost. Hold on. I know TMZ done did their damn homework because sometimes Facebook just be putting shit up. But these are real. All right, here go TMZ. Why they got it like this? Oh, so it is him. What? No way. No way. No way. No way. It's since been revealed. It says, as reported, T Hood was shot at his Georgia home Friday and later died. It's since been revealed T Hood was dating Kurt and Rashida's daughter, and now cops say the rapper was shot in a domestic dispute, and they have fingered Kurt and Rashida's son as the suspect. So it was him. Hold on, y'all. What the hell? So it is. Oh, Jesus. So it is their son that they share together, y'all. OMG, because I'm glad that I didn't do the story, because I would have told it the wrong ass way, y'all. Hold on. I would have told the damn story the wrong ass way. See, y'all, oh my God, hold on. Wait a minute. Give me a second, y'all. I'm about to pull the video up.
It's Nolan.
No, let me get. I want the TMZ version. I'm not depending on nobody else right now. Hold on. I want the TMZ version. I did not know. What you just sent me, it won't let me open it. Hold on. I can't open it, y'all. Hold on. Y'all sending me things that I can't open. I don't know why it's not letting me open it, but y'all, hold on. Y'all, I did not know that it was the light skin, the little young fella. Good Lord. Hold on. I'm trying to open it again. I'm going to go to a different account and try to open it. It's not, I don't know why it's not letting me open it right now. We weren't even supposed to be talking about this today. See, it came out when it first came out. It wasn't. They said it wasn't him. They said it was his other son that was not. She said more he was living there with them, but she still called Kirk Jr. over. He got powed in the ankle. Oh, hold on, y'all. It's telling me I need to verify. I don't know why it's telling me I need to verify my all right. Hold on. God dang it. Hold on, y'all. It's not letting me in. I don't know why it's not letting me in. What you sent me is not letting me in. So anyway, you know what? I'll just give you guys an update on this tomorrow, because what you're sending me, I cannot get in. I can't get in the video. I can't get in. I can't even open it. It keeps telling me page unfound, and for what, I don't know. So anyway, I'll give y'all an update tomorrow. I owe y'all an update on the Rashida and Kurt story, okay? I owe y'all an update. We done talked about enough today anyway. We have talked about enough. I will give y'all an update on the Rashida and the Kurt Frost. She said, did you go to the page? I did. I tried to. I did. Hold on. And it just tells me page not found. Let me do it again. But I'll update it tomorrow, though. I mean, I'll give you guys an update tomorrow. I want to see the video and I want to read read it up on it because, girl, child, I thought it was the other son. When it first came out, they were saying it was the other son. They were not saying it was this son. Now, this is telling me I got to do all of this shit to get back in here. Hold on. Give me a second. For some reason, I'm not getting, I can't get in. Let me try one more time. Is that the only place they have it? Why I can't get in and y'all can get in? I'm going to Gossip of the City. And I cannot get in. Okay, I got in. God damn. Okay. All right. Even though we're gonna go over the story tomorrow. Let's look at the video. I was going to a whole different page. All right. It says video release shows Kurt Frost's daughter, one Frosty K, being abused by her boyfriend, which is rapper T Hood, who was popped and unalived by her brother. If you know someone stuck in a domestic violence situation, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. All right, let's watch. So he comes in, snatches her out the bed. Oh, shit. Damn. 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 Why do I have so many issues with this? Y'all see this? Let me see if I can make this shit bigger. It got to be a way I can make this bigger. Hold on, y'all. How can I make this bigger? How can I make this bigger? Let me find this on YouTube. I need to make this bigger. I need y'all to see this. This little fella. People want to talk about something. Justice for T Hood. The hell? Hold on. Let's see if he.
There is a Trinity curse that exists from.
Let's see if he got the video. No, he don't. Okay. Hold on. Let me see if I can find this video right quick. So the video just came out 20 minutes ago. God dang it. All right. So this is the only one I have, y'all. I'm sorry. It's the only one I have. It came out 20 minutes ago. But look at it, y'all. Damn, I wish I had it bigger. How in the world can you blow up Instagram and make it bigger? Damn, I wish I could blow this video up. Damn. How do I blow this video up, y'all? She said, yeah, it'll be all over tomorrow. They just put the video out. Yeah, it came out 20 minutes ago. She said, more, we can zoom in ourselves. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm sorry. So look at this shit, y'all. She was asleep in the bed. How gonna be sleeping in the bed and you just come in and start beating their ass? I don't like shit like this. I hate shit like this. I hate to see shit like this. She ain't even hit him back. She laying down. He comes and grab her. Damn. He choking her. He hit her. Drop her down on the floor. She's just there. She ain't even fighting back. He gets the book bag. He goes over there. And he's like, "No, I ain't done." Oh, my. Somebody said the brother wasn't right, but he damn sure wasn't wrong. And if the brother didn't take care of him, take him out at some point, he would have taken her out. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. These are some of the comments. And she on here grieving him after he done turned her every which way but loose. It's a name for this behavior she's exhibiting, and it is Stockholm Syndrome. Somebody help me. So glad I said, let me wait for an opinion. He did it too comfortably. It ain't the first time. Oh my God, this is something I couldn't imagine living through. This is so hard to watch. I can't imagine what we did not see. Somebody said, I don't know. I would have called my brother too. And somebody said, and she out here defending him, or she was defending him. His family, he was a good kid / man. They always say that. That's exactly how my brother's stepping about me. He ain't doing no wrong. Beating a woman out, they sleep is wild. I knew he was beating her ass, but of course she loved him and wanted to get on here and defend him and his family, acting like he was the most innocent guy in the world, trying to say his death was on her. That boy been beating her ass, and her brother had enough. Sad situation. Dang, she should have called the police instead of her brother. Shaking my head, knowing damn well that forehead covered was a victim technique, pretending to be asleep for pity to get through the night without a beating. Free her brother. So he booked himself a jet to holiday. Got it. Damn, y'all. Well, this changes things, but unfortunately, her brother's going to go down for it because they're going to say that he shouldn't have took matters in his own hand, but her brother's going to go down for it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to go down for it. She called her brother, but she should have called. She should have called the police. Somebody said, I would have been calling the coroner. Did they have a baby together? That's the thing. I'm going to have to tell y'all the story tomorrow. I don't know a whole lot about it, but that's crazy. And I did see how the family was going so hard saying, oh, his death is on you. You did this. She said, yeah, he shot him 5 times in the back. Oh my goodness. Yeah, so they out here saying his death is on you. This is your fault. You know, you should have done this and this, that, and the other. Your brother was beating her ass. You know what I'm saying? They always try to make it seem like the guy that got unalive was the best human in the world. You understand what I'm saying? They try to make it seem like, oh, he wouldn't have hurt the fly. He didn't deserve this. I can't believe y'all did this to him. He out here putting hands on somebody. Now, I'm not saying that, 2 wrongs make a right, but God damn it, keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. I will be giving you guys this story tomorrow. I got to do a little bit more research, but keep your damn hands to your damn self. I'm glad they released the video. So tomorrow is going to be all over the internet. Tomorrow it'll be all over the internet. This is crazy. She said, do anyone see where Offset admitted to doing Cardi B wrong? No, we ain't going to get into no more stories tonight, you guys. She said, I bet this is devastating as a parent. That's what I was getting at. This got to be devastating as a parent. You know what I'm saying? A parent knowing that their child's going to go down and it very much may be warranted why he did it, but that's just not how the law works. The brother will get time no matter what. The brother will get time. And the reason being is because he didn't do it right away. You know what I'm saying? If he would have caught him in the act, if he saw him choking his sister or something like that, he probably could have got away with it. But the fact that he did it and, you know what I'm saying? Unless he can say, oh, I saw him choking my sister, or I saw him holding a pop to my sister or something like that. But they said it was 5 times in the back, which means if he wasn't engaged in beating her ass, then he's going down. And that's an unfortunate thing. But again, we're going to talk about it tomorrow because I don't have all the facts and I want all the facts. I was looking at the story and then of course the court happened. The court happened. She said, I don't blame the brother. Hell, after seeing that video, I don't blame the brother either, but two wrongs don't make a right. But I'm with keep your damn hands to yourself over here. Keep your damn hands to your damn self over here. That's how I look at it. So if somebody get unalive because they couldn't keep their hands to themselves, then hey. So Gia said it was an over KI. 5 pops to the back is over, but you know what? We don't know. We don't know if the brother gonna come out and say he didn't witness this before. He's witnessed this boy put his hands on his sister before. You know, we don't know if that's gonna happen. So I ain't gonna take no sides right now, but from what I just saw, him doing to that girl while she was pretending to be asleep or whatever the case may be. She said the police report is out. Bloggers have been reading it out. Well, you know I'm gonna grab it then. I'll grab it. So I'll be giving y'all that story tomorrow. It might be tomorrow morning. I'll be giving it to you. So let me pull the police report and let me read over it. And I'll be giving you guys that tomorrow, baby. She said, where the camera come from? Well, you know, sometimes people set up cameras in their room when they didn't been through this shit before. You know what I'm saying? When they didn't been around the world and yah before, they do this. And then people be like, oh no, you set up them cameras because you know, you was setting him up or staging it or making it seem like, you know, you want to get him in trouble. No, that just mean they didn't been there before. Sorry about that. They didn't been there before. Hey, you guys, I need 7 super chats to end the night. 7 super chats. I don't know why they haven't been coming in, but 7 $5 super chats to meet my goal. If you guys don't mind helping your girl meet her goal, 7 super chats, and we can wrap it up for tonight. She said, what in the hell made him so angry to walk in? He did and beat her like that. His body language tells it all. I mean, it could have been simply some people do shit like this because they wouldn't answer the phone, or maybe, you know, she took something of his, or who knows. But we'll find out. We'll find out. I'll find out. Okay. She said also the update on the Flint guy that got punched by the cop would not get prosecuted, allegedly. Oh, damn, they're not prosecuting the cop? God damn. They are not prosecuting that cop. That's crazy as hell. He should have been prosecuted. Well, or she should have been kicked the hell off the force. That's crazy. She said she was leaving and he wouldn't let him leave, according to her. Oh, so she got her ass beat because she said she was leaving and he didn't want to leave. So yeah, that's the type of research I'm gonna have to do, you guys. She said a more Google case that was one like that with a great attorney in that video. You never know. So you think that with a great attorney, the brother can get out? I don't know. I mean, I'll look and see, but I highly doubt it. That's just not how the law works. Now, maybe if she would have turned around and did something, she probably can get off. But the brother, nah. I mean, he may not get no life or anything like that, but I doubt if they let him off, because basically he took matters in his own hand. I doubt it, but you know, yeah, I don't know. I think that he will get time, because they're gonna say he took matters in his own hand. But let me just do a little bit more research and I'll find out for you guys. But anyway, it's late, y'all. It's getting late. Actually, it's not late. It's only 10 o'clock. Y'all ain't going to bed no time soon. But I'm going to end this live because I don't want it to be that long. And I know I said I was going to come back live yesterday, but I'm going to come back live and talk some shit or whatever to y'all, like just some chit chat. Let y'all know what's been going on behind the scenes and whatnot on a couple of things, you know. She said she completely turned on her brother. That's crazy. All right, 6 more super chats, you guys, so we can end this live, and then I will come back live a little later. I know I said last night I was going to come back live, and I didn't. But I am going to come back live a little later tonight because it's early. Actually, it's really early. She said, I thought they said the brother got his ass beat. Yeah, I heard that the brother got his ass beat too. But then again, I heard it was the other son. So that's why I'm going to have to, you know, but I was relying on Facebook researching, and sometimes Facebook don't have it right, y'all. TikTok be having it more right than Facebook. Facebook don't be having it right all the time. She said, I've been off the block for a while and trying to catch up. Hey, Katrina, what's going on? She said, let's go loud talk and support our girl with 6 more super chats. Yes, thank you, Vanessa. Appreciate you, girl. Appreciate you, girl. I think I only need 5 more. It's not 6, it's 5. It's 5 more. Thank you. Thank you. She said he went insane. He's going to get off a little easier. I believe he's going down, but think about what that video just did to us. Yeah, but okay, so here's the thing though, sister teacher. If he would have walked in on that, then yeah. But the guy walked out the door and the brother didn't walk in. You see? So because the guy walked out the door, it shows that she told him later what happened. You know what I mean? Let's pull it back up for a second. She told him what happened. Where is it at? Why I can't see it? All right, let's replay it. So he grabs her out of bed, chokes her. He's hitting her, choking her. Then he rolls her over and then he hits her one time. She goes down. He takes his jacket off, slings it on the floor, get his book bag, snatch her up again, say some shit, and then it ends. Now we see it end, but we don't know, we didn't see the brother walk in is what I'm trying to say. Okay. So the brother, if he would have caught that in action, then I could see him being able to say, hey, yeah, I saw my sister being choked, hit on this, that, and the other, and I had an issue with it. I could see it being, yeah, he might be able to get off. But if later, she called him and said, hey, he did this to me, and then the brother came in and did what he did, I don't think the brother's gonna get off. Not saying he's gonna do 20 years, but I just don't see it get off. All right, she said we got 2 super chats to go so we can ring this bell, y'all, for this. We want to go ahead and celebrate meeting our goal tonight. 2 more super chats. 2 more super chats to meet our goal. She said, hello, chat, coming in late. Was out eating for my birthday. Have a great night. Happy birthday, Inga. Happy birthday, girl. Hope you enjoyed yourself. Yes, happy birthday. You can go back and catch the live later. I'm going to go watch Ratchet to see if this is his mom is on live. If his mom on live. Who is Ratchet? To see if his mom on his live. Who is Ratchet? She said, Ladidra, I wanted to cover Cortez too. I want the people on the other side to see a real bitter baby mama. Who is Cortez? I want her to cover Cortez too. Cortez? Who is that? Who is Cortez? Amor, please check out the story of this young man named Cortez fighting to see his daughter. Oh, yeah, I think you did send me that. You did send me that one, or somebody did. Isn't he like a 22-year-old young fella? Ratchet TV said he spoke with his mom. Oh, Ratchet TV spoke with T Hood's mother. Didn't know that. All right. She said we need 1 more super chat. 1 more super chat so we can do this celebration. We can get off this live and then we will come back a little later. But I'm going to bring the story again tomorrow, but you're going to have me go over there and watch Ratchet. I think I know who you're talking about. He's a 22-year-old guy trying to see his daughter, his baby mama lying and keeping his daughter away from him. Yeah, I seen a little bit of that. Then he do like a part 40 series or something like that about why he's not seeing his mom. Thank you, Lakeisha, for helping us reach our goal. Good night, sisters. Damn, I done missed the whole live, huh? All good. I would definitely be replaying it while I finish up. Thank you so very much. We met our goal, you guys. Hold on. Let me change this background so we can get some. I don't know why it's looking like that. Oh, I need to take this down. That's why we hit our goal, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let's put this music on. Y'all stop playing with your girl. We met our goal, y'all. We sure did. Thank y'all so very much for helping your girl meet her goal. Goal met. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. She said, I don't have much, but Tisa, you so funny. Thank you, girl. I appreciate it. So listen, I know I said I was coming back last night, but I got on the phone running my damn mouth. And it just spilled over into late. But I do need to come back and tell y'all something. I might even do a members only, y'all. Y'all want a members only? I might just do a members only. I'm going to do a members only, y'all. I'm going to come back members only. I will come back members only and just talk to y'all for a few minutes, okay? All right. So anyway, thank y'all so much for the super chats. You guys will be on the board. I didn't even do it last night, so I need to make sure I do that. Or did I? I don't think I did because I ended up running my damn mouth. I don't think I did it last night, but if I didn't, don't worry. It will be on there, and I will do tonight's as well, okay? Thank you guys so much for helping me meet my goal of $25 super chats, and I will talk to y'all in a few, but it will be members only, okay? Katrina said, no members only. Yes, members only. I owe my members something. You know what I mean? So it will be members only when I come back, which will be not too long from now, maybe like 30 minutes or so, maybe less. Okay. But we're going to just casually talk. It's not going to be about like any one random thing, but I do need to tell y'all something. Okay. All right. So maybe like 30 minutes from now. Talk to y'all in a bit. I love y'all. Thank y'all so very much. Appreciate ya.
Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.
Jay! She kept talking about
We
that
got these
family.
hoes over there. About
She kept
bad.
talking about that family. She kept talking
Internet
about that
gangsters.
family. She kept talking about that family. She kept talking about that family. That family. She kept talking about that family. Talking about that family.
These motherfuckers got me want to regret something. Because they can't make $1 without mentioning down one of our names.